Oh. I think I'm ready to go now. I hope so, anyway. Excellent. Yeah, welcome to the Singapore Grand Prix. I've just basically I've been talking to myself for the past 10 minutes. That ain't good, is it? Right. Yes. Hello. This is the Singapore Grand Prix. It is raining cats and dogs around here at the moment. We are near the equator, which means that. Of course, this rain could disappear almost as quickly as it arrives, and similar to the Malaysian Grand Prix, which shockingly ALR has never raced at, and I would love to see that one time in the near future. But whether that remains to be the case, I doubt it will at the moment, anyway. But yes, this is round 17 of the World Championship in ALR, and my goodness me, this is a tough race in of itself, even without the rain that is coming down. This is the it's a very slow average speed around here, which is the reason why it is such a long race around here. I am expecting this race to nudge on an hour tonight, and that is just the race trim, 31 laps around here. Also, we need to take into account the qualifying as well. We've got qualifying 1, 2, and 3 as well to participate in. We've only got 18 drivers here at the moment, as once again, annoyingly, we've had a lot of late dropouts on here tonight on Sundays, which is not good. Out of the final turn then to start a lap is Siege in the Alfa Romeo, one of the newest members of the ALR Gold Championship. Comes across the line as well, going down into turn 1, 2, and 3 then. Intermediate tyres for Siege. Everyone else is on wet tyres, apart from Mumford as well. Mumford is driving in the Williams tonight, and as he has, I think he's officially left the grid for ALR Gold then, but he will be doing reserves every now and again, but he's no longer part of the Ferrari family, unfortunately, and that second seat in Ferrari, I think, has remained open for now, but there are a lot of rumours going around, I think there's one driver who may be taking that Ferrari seat, is actually the man who's driving it tonight. We're going to talk about those drivers in just a jiffy as you watch Siege there tackling the there he is in the background, actually, is Blaze, who of course a multiple Grand Prix winner in ALR, isn't it, in over the years. So I think Blaze return to the Ferrari to the remainder of the season. It could help very much tenfold in terms of maybe getting themselves high up in the championship. I think they're fourth in the constructors at the moment. Let's go through the drivers and the constructors now. Is going on to Raffles Boulevard here. Let's take a look at those drivers and the constructors, shall we? And here they are. It is Troy leads the way, 29 points. The gap has shrunk ever so slightly with Boxtel's incredible win from the back of the field to lead the final lap in Monza just over a week ago. Absolutely incredible stuff indeed, wasn't it, for Boxtel? But Troy still leads, and that is the state of play. Lucas Percy is down in third in the championship now. He's at 37 points behind Boxtel, and it is red alert now, I think, for Percy. He needs to start to eat into these drivers. He wants to win the championship this season. He started off so well, but he's had a really difficult mid-part of the season, hasn't he, with collisions and all kinds of drama, hasn't he? He's been very unlucky, Percy, as I must say, especially what happened to him in Monza, which I couldn't believe, as unfortunately Default Markey, who's going to be is his name tonight, he's asked us to call him, unfortunately had an awful lot of wheel spin, didn't he? And because of that, he just spun, didn't he? And Percy in the wrong place at the wrong time. Blaze has gone second fast at the moment because Percy, who we just mentioned there, has gone 4 seconds quicker. He is on the full wet tyres, as is Blaze as well. Siege is currently on the intermediate compound tyres here. So at the moment, I'd say the track is too wet for the Inters because Green has gone for second fastest. 3 seconds in front of Blaze at the moment. I wonder Blaze just got a bit rusty there as he gets himself back into the motor car. Kaz, I think, has joined the session. I think this is the first time that Kaz is raced in gold. I'll confirm that in a minute. Vesley has gone second fastest at the moment now. Coop, Rhymes of Soup is currently fourth fastest in the Haas car. And he's also got a teammate who's returned to ALR after a few years absence, or seasons, I should say, really, shouldn't I? KD then, who driving in the Red Bull. I think he was on the ultimate high after the 100% league on Wednesday. He won the Australian Grand Prix, the 100% Australian Grand Prix on Wednesday. Very good stuff indeed then. So can KD get some points on the board here? Get some points on the board. Troy's gone faster than Percy. Out of the final turn, KD going full fastest. A whisker in front of his teammate. 2/10 of a second to be precise in front of his teammate. As the rain stopped falling as heavily as it was before. I'm wondering if it has, you know. Mumford going at 9th fastest. He is on the intermediate tyres as well. Only 3 drivers on the intermediate tyres, including a drop dash at the moment. Phelan now just down the back straight. Let's see what Phelan can do then. As of course he made a full-time ALR appearance last week, didn't he, in the Williams? And let's see that Williams do need a stable end to the season, because they've had a horrific season. They've had revolving drivers, haven't they? It's been a revolving door of drivers. Remember, Williams was quite high up in the constructors. I don't think they were leading the constructors, but they were leading the drivers' championship. Percy's gone faster still. 55.3 now for Percy. He is a couple of tenths down in front of Troy. Williams was, of course, leading the constructors' championship at the beginning of the season, or second. They were certainly leading the drivers in former Ps, but unfortunately, it's just been pretty difficult for the Williams team, has it, to say at the very least. Anyway, let's go back to the drivers and constructors, shall we? Because that's what I was meant to be talking about. Fourth position, he's not very well. He's had a dodgy kebab by the sounds of it. He's in fourth in the Drivers' Championship. Kush is in fifth position. I don't think I can see him in the session. I don't think he is he? Well, that's disappointing for Kush, but he's fifth in the championship. Chaz in sixth, and Chaz is Phelan gone off there? I think he has. Here comes Default Marky then, just coming down the back, the start-finish straight to start his time. Gamer also starting his time as well. So is Dropbass here. This is Dropbass has raced in gold, hasn't he, on multiple occasions. The Haas. This is his first appearance this season. He gets a lovely toe off the back of Coop, his teammate. Haas have been the most impressive team of the season. Liam and Mr. Rage was doing a fine job, weren't they? But Liam has, of course, relinquished his seat a couple of races ago, and Coop has stepped in and done a good job. Coop has in that second Haas team. But seventh position, sorry, Chaz in sixth, but he's not racing here tonight. Wooter in seventh position, Mr. Rage in eighth position, another driver not racing here tonight. Ninth position is Green, and 10th is Marky, who is at default tonight. I think that's because he's got a default setup on. Vesley just outside the top 10, 6 points outside the top 10 to be precise. Farhan in 12th, Gamer in 13th position, Siege in 14th. You just see him open up the timing sheets, but he's down in 11th at the moment. I think that we're going to be onto the intermediate tyres in the not too distant future, because it doesn't feel like that the track is too wet out there now. So 50th position is Chapper, not racing tonight either. Sweet not racing either in 16th position there. Mumford is in 17th position. He is technically, I don't think he's technically a full-time driver anymore, but he's 17th in the championship nonetheless. Cooper in 18th position. Phelan and KD at the bottom of the championship. No points so far. Constructors wise, Alpha Tower leads the way for 83 points in front of McLaren in second. Aston Martin have snuck right behind the McLaren and now 5 points back then. 105 points back is the Ferrari team in fourth position there. Haas are 11 points away from the Ferrari. They've dropped down to fifth. 6th is the Alpine team. 7th is the Mercedes with Red Bull in 8th position. 9 points away from the Mercedes, whilst Mercedes are only 8 points away from the Alpine. 13 points for the Alfa Romeo then. 94 points for the Alfa Romeo. They're 13 points behind the Red Bull. Very tight then, very tight with between Alpine, Mercedes, Red Bull, Alfa and Williams. And of course, Williams are 3 points away, but there's unfortunately down the bottom of the constructors. Williams have, as I've mentioned, a bit of a revolving door. Dropped out, goes at full fast, and then KD second time, much better than his first time. Very impressive stuff indeed. That Phelan has found 5/10 of a second on his second time here on the 4 wet tyres there. Let's go to the comments, I think, then, shall we? Whilst this qualifying session has been quite action-packed then to start us on our way. Green has gone for the green intermediate tyres now, as Phelan going third fastest in that Williams team. team then. And I think that's Williams and Dorrington Capital, and hopefully will be very happy with that then as well, because they need a good clean weekend, I'd feel. Just watching Green then, who is on the intermediate tyres then. He is just accelerating out of 21 and into 22 and 23 then, before we finish off this lap, and Green goes into a 57.8. I think that was his out lap, actually. It wasn't his proper lap then. This is Alhan's proper lap as well. Right, you're muted or something, Sean. I don't know what happened to me, Mike, to be honest, but yes, I'm getting a bit flustered with this old Streamlabs app late then, because that's 2 weeks in a row now that I've had a problem with the old microphone. Right, yes, Goku, I can't hear anything as well. Hoping we don't get too much carney as Australia, the Australia GP equals saying then. I personally like a bit of carnage, but yeah, I must say that early in the morning, you don't really want to be sitting through too many red flags. And was that the most red flags that we had in F1 in an F1 single race there? I think there was 3. So I'm not sure. I don't know why I'm thinking that. Drop fast has gone fastest there by a 54.0 on intermediate tyres. The intermediate tyres are now starting to light up the track here, and a lot of drivers that did start off on the wet tyres have now gone onto the green mark intermediate tyres, and drop fast make it a return to ALR tonight. I think this is 10th start in his ALR career. He has never won a race, but he's been on the podium 3 times, and he's had 2nd position as well. I think he's had, I think that's his best result of his career. Can he go one better and win here tonight on his return on his 10th race then for ALR Gold? That'd be magnificent, wouldn't it? For him and Haas here. I'm not sure if it'd be magnificent for the other drivers who probably wants to win as well around here. Just watching Alhan. He hasn't set top on the board just yet in the Alfa Romeo. Kaz, hello, good evening to you, Kaz, who has jumped into the Ferrari here to replace the ill German here tonight. So Kaz will be driving the Ferrari. I hope he does well. I need a seat fitted, is what Kaz is saying. As Goku saying, now can I read that? Oh, the drop pass is back. Fast guy, you said. Equal. Sean, hello, Equal said. And Blaze said, Kaz asking if he can fill a seat. And back in the blaze of glory, Sarah's saying, Katie was lucky and 100% lucky I'm slow. Laugh out loud then. Pillar saying, got a good feeling about this. Lovely stuff. I do love the puns. Keep on coming in now, especially with the puns out. But feeling, it's probably not going to be feeling too good down in 8th position moment, but he is on the wet tyres. Here we go on to the intermediates. I would hazard a guess in a not too distant future. Feeling you should set a time for us. Said curse him, Pillars. Drop that Haas too. We need the points. Said Coop like soup. Then equals are saying that. And drop fast has gone faster still. He's now into the 52.8. Say goodness gracious me, this man is flying out here on these greasy track conditions at the moment. Just watching Gamer down down to the first split time. Boxtel just following Gamer quite close to the back of each other. Someone has just jumped up quite high up the order there. I think that was Mumford. It was Mumford up into a higher 2nd position. Now that's a great time there from Mumford. 4 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Now the times are tumbling now like a fruit machine here, and I feel that we could have some very big shock in this one here tonight, especially for qualifying 1. Anyway, so you hold on to your hats, everyone. It might be last man across the line then. Gamers invalidate his time. Markey in the 2nd McLaren out there as well. He has just started his lap time. Just keeping on who else out there at the moment. Alhan's out there. He's in 5th position at the moment. Just got a Ferrari out there, a Kaz on an outlap, but we're going to leave him be for the minute then. We're going to leave him be for the minute, and just on board now with Boxtel in the McLaren then as well. So he's coming through the final couple of corners here. I think this part of the circuit is not going to be. It's not going to be on the. It's not going to be a part of the, as Alhan's gone faster, 52.8, good stuff indeed there. A whisker in front of drop that here. I don't think that part of circuit, I don't think it's going to be a part of the layout for 2023 Singapore, but that remains to be seen. Whether that's the case or not, I just read it somewhere. They're taking out the bit where they're going to the grandstand. Out of final turn then for Boxtel, course, he course won last week, and he's fastest at the moment. Goodness gracious me, there, Boxtel in a very good rhythm at the moment. This man is there, and he needs to be, doesn't he, if he wants to hunt down Troy in the championship battle. Coop has Kaz in soup, and he is now currently second fastest. Times are tumbling all the time. Anyone on the wet tyres like Vesely and Knowlesy may be in a bit of peril here, so we'll see how that one transpires. Kaz on circuit. This is first lap for Kaz, and he's gone straight on the intermediate tyres in the Ferrari in car 99. I think that's car 55 actually, and that is Carlos Sainz's helmet as well. Kaz has got there. He has been a late replacement, so he's had to borrow Carlos's helmet. But of course, Carlos very unhappy chappy about what in Australia. Then of course, if you haven't watched Australia yet, then I'll keep myself at stum for the minute. Markey, great time indeed. Then he's now third fastest out 2 minutes ago in this qualifying session there, and I feel that as Blaze has gone faster by 2 thousandths of a second there from Boxtel, and this is going to be interesting. There, Blaze, who we'll talk about his history in ALR in just a jiffy, but he is a man who's very quick indeed. That, and of course he was the second Monaco Maestro after Knowlesy, wasn't he? Of course, Knowlesy really tamed that beast of a circuit, didn't he, in his early years of his career in ALR. Then Blaze came along then, of course, in his I think his first 2 races in ALR was in Monaco, and he dominated both occasions there, Blaze did. And this is another street circuit, and Blaze is a street circuit specialist there, and we do seem to have a few street circuit specialists in the grid here tonight as well. Kaz who looks like he's drawing a shopping trolley around there at the moment. We have got Serious Richard. Has Kaz hit the wall yet? I don't think he has. He's on board of him now, and he goes up into 4 fastest. Kaz does. Green has gone faster still in the Red Bull, but then Boxtel's gone quicker. Vesely is out of qualifying. He's made a major error here, and Vesely's going to be at the back of the field potentially. Gamer is now moving third fast, and anyone who's not on the intermediate tyres now, I think, is out of qualifying, unfortunately. Look how dry it is now out there. You can see that there's still a greasy patch then around the circuit, but you can see there's also a dry line as well. Who else is coming across the line then? I think that was dropped us. Only 8 fast there. I think it would have been a bit, but I think he probably would like to have improved further than that then. Percy has now gone faster still then. Percy, of course, is a pivotal weekend in his championship bid then. He is fastest at the moment in qualifying too. This is not to set up the grid. This is just to see who is going to be out of Q1 then. Mumford is very much well within it at the moment. Actually, he's only been advanced through to qualifying 2 and beyond once this season. Phelan, he's feeling good about that. They're right behind the McLaren of Markey. He is second fast now. Phelan is I know I've won the Ferraris there. He's just come across the line as well. I got a Mercedes out there of Michael F120 2008 then, making his debut in ALR, because I don't think he's raced all season, has he? So Michael is now in the Mercedes, and we'll see how he does, but he's currently down 18th position at the moment there. Wouter just coming over the Anderson Bridge now then. What about Siege then? Siege is just a slightly further back at the moment. I'm looking for the other Alpha Romeo. Here he is Alhan. He's invalidated his time now. What about KD then? KD is just out of turn 8, I think that is. Look at that McLaren in the background. I think some drivers are going to be a bit unhappy as oh gosh, I've got indigestion. I had a big old KFC. Alhan is down in 12th position there at the moment then. So Alhan could be staring to the abyss, unfortunately. What about that Red Bull of Green? He is faster still, Green is. Great time indeed there for Green. And good stuff indeed then. Kaz has finished his qualifying performance as well in 8th position there. Gamer has gone faster still. That should see him saving through. There's a McLaren in the pits of Boxtel. Is that going to be a problem for Boxtel? We have got Coop going through then, and he's 5th fastest now then. The Alpine of Wouter, he won his debut race in Bahrain earlier in 16, is now fast as well. And what about the second Haas? I think Drop Fast is in major peril on his return here. Siege across the line. Siege is 5th fastest there. There's Aston Martin, got into the wall. It is Percy, but he is not, he's fine. Well, he's not fine, but he's through, but he hasn't damaged the car, I don't think. Mumford across the line, 6th fastest for Mumford. That's a brilliant time there for Mumford. Troy is out through as well, because Troy was on the balance there. KD out to qualifying. He's not anymore. He's through into 7th fastest. Marquis is up into 11th fast as well. And look, Drop Fast is on the pit. He's on the brink here. We're on board with Michael, and he's 9 seconds off the pace. Drop Fast has somehow made it through. Vesey made a mistake there. Not swapped on intermediate tyres. Knowlesy in 18th there. The second Mercedes of Michael down in 19th position there. And Alhan in at 16th position. But look how close Drop Fast was there for being knocked out of qualifying. One incredible qualifying that was there. My goodness gracious me. And that track has dried out ridiculously quickly, but that's because we're on the equator, aren't we? And also, I think it's stopped raining as well, you know, so we could be on the soft tires, as a Mushroom said there, in the not-too-distant future at all. But Troy is fast as ever, with Rooter in second and Gamer in third position. That's the top three in this wet-affected qualifying one session there. We're looking at the bottom four drivers. Had Michael on his debut in ALR, all of ALR tonight, down in 19th position there. He didn't get a representative time in on those intermediate tires, unfortunately. Nor did Knowlesy down in 18th, and nor did Vesley in 17th position there. Three drivers are kicking themselves there for being on the wrong tire at the wrong time. That is the golden rule in the in F1. Now you have to be on the right tire at the right time. Alhan out in 16th position as well. Disappointed for Alhan, which is such a shame. Then a lot of drivers we have seen in that session, I reckon, got blocked there, and I'm expecting some drivers to be a bit unhappy about that. German, viva la Ferrari then. Too late now then. Get well soon, German, mate. Mad track evolution there. Thanks, Cirrus Russia. Back for Japan. One of my favourite tracks. 100% win rate there, German is saying. And Phelan saying, Marky held me up for the whole lap there. So Phelan is not happy about that one. Percy, lucky there, Cirrus Russia. Kat, did I make it? Yes, you did. Kat said, a lot of safety cars tonight. I can feel it in my wooter. Lovely. Right then, qualifying two then. And I don't think that, I think that there's a dry line, isn't it? Yes, we're all on we're all on dry tyres here then. Excuse me whilst I wet my whistle. Right then, apologies. I don't know. I can't mute my mic annoyingly because as soon as I mute my mic, it doesn't come back on. Right, we're on board with Mumford, and Mumford then, of course, he hasn't been in. He's only been in qualifying two twice now, including this one here tonight. So I think then that Mumford then has done an absolutely fine job. He's loving the blue life of the Williams team. And also a lovely quick plug as well. We are 9 subscribers away, ALR, is to hit the magical 500, which I will be doing backflips if I could. I would try and do a backflip, but I'll probably break my face. But that is absolutely brilliant news there. And of course, so very thanks to all the admins there for doing that, because that was just a personal goal of mine, because I like setting goals for some of them reasons. I'm weird. All right, joint constructors time coming up. Then AlphaTauri leads the joint constructors, but they've had a horror show in the last half of last week. The gap is down to only 315 points. And they need a horror show final, like, I think we're in the last 7-8 rounds now. They basically need to not score in 2 of the 4 leagues then for them not to win the constructors at the moment. They're just flying, aren't they? But Aston Martin are also now 213 points away from the Alpine team, who are in third. Fourth position is the Haas team. They're only 68 points away from the Alpine. McLaren are only 15 away from the Haas team, because, of course, Haas only recently jumped in front of the McLaren team, so can they stay there? Ferrari in 6th position. They're 81 points away from the McLaren team. Mercedes on 41 points away from the Ferrari. Red Bull 34 points away from the Mercedes. Williams are now in 9th position, and they are almost 100 points away from the Red Bull team. And then Alfa Romeo in 10th position. So Mumford there just doing his time run at the moment. Says Russian Blast what the weather is. Equal said, no idea, I'm a silver driver then. Oh yeah, I forgot your silver, laughed out loud. Probably 4 wets tomorrow. Of course, silver, Monday is usually wet, isn't it? Monday is moist Monday, isn't it? It seems to be in silver. And goodness me, I'm not betting against that to be a wet race tomorrow as well. So the silver drivers then, I hope that they have packed their wellies for tomorrow on board of Mumford. Mumford there, who has had a very good qualifying one there, timed it absolutely to perfection here, as just seeing what he could do. And of course, as I mentioned, that he usually is in the Friday. And for all of you regular viewers out there, yes, Mumford is was normally in the Ferrari, but he has stepped back from the Ferrari team, and of course he's now a reserve driver for ALR Gold. Unfortunately, he can't do any other nights at the moment, which is such a shame for him. But otherwise, I think that he would have been like straight into silver or bronze. I have no doubt about that, because he's done a really good job, I think, both of ours in the season of just giving it a very good go in Gold. He's done a great job. On board with Blaze, making a return, but he has spun the car out over the Anderson Bridge. Lovely pirouette there for Blaze, but that is not what was on the what was on the doctor's orders there, was it? Blaze said, of course, a Grand Prix winner, multiple-time Grand Prix winner. This is 22nd Grand Prix start in ALR. His feeling's gone fast on medium tyres. Goodness me, that's a statement of intent there from the Williams driver. Blaze making this 22nd Grand Prix start tonight. He's had 4 Grand Prix wins, 3 pole positions, 9 podiums as well, and he's had driver of the day on 3 occasions. So Perch has gone faster there. It's good stuff indeed. On board with Drop Dust, as I mentioned, this is Drop Dust. Is a 10th starter tonight as well. He's had 3 podiums as well. And in his 9 previous starts, he's only had 1 DNF as well, that Drop Dust has. And he's scored 87 points in his short career at ALR then. So has to be hoping he scores a lot more here tonight as well. He was very lucky not to be knocked out at qualifying 1. He was showing some incredible pace, wasn't he? But the track evolution, as Gurman said, was redonkulous, wasn't it? And Drop Dust was almost caught out there. Alhan, unfortunately, was caught out and out of qualifying. But goodness me, and of course the 3 drivers on the wet tyres of Michael, Knowlesy and Vezi also caught out as well with the evolution there. But Knowlesy is not a fan of the wet weather, is he? Just asked me about Austria, as I seem to bring up a lot of bad memories for drivers, don't I? But I don't know why, I just always remember that. Going to go for Drop Dust and pole position to spice it up a bit. And talking of pole position, well, he's currently fast at the moment. This is the session not for pole position, no. This is the session to get yourself out of qualifying 1 here. Sorry, qualifying 2 there. I'll get it right eventually. Who else on track at the moment? I think the Wooter's on track. There he is. Yeah, going into this bit here then. I think that the track is meant to straight line and not go through those turns 16, 17, 18 and 19 like 90 degree right, left, and so instead it's going to be straight out apparently. I love that Hohen, by the way. That's a fantastic Hohen from Wooter. The final turn there for Wooter, of course, a Grand Prix winner in of its own right there. He hasn't won a race though since the first race of the season in Bahrain. His only Grand Prix win to date at the moment. He was very consistent, wasn't he? Keeping up the top 4 more often than not, though, but I think it went a bit wrong after the British Grand Prix for Wooter there. So hopefully Wooter could have a good, strong end of season then, which he might be able to build upon that going in to next season maybe. Feeling on the Dan feeling them mediums there. That is hell of a lap time on the medium tyres there. That is a great time on the medium tyres there. My goodness gracious me, that's a statement of intent there for Feeling there, who unfortunately did not get any points last week, did he? But hopefully he can get some here tonight then. But it is going to be it's going to be a long and precarious race, to say the least. I kind of wish, yeah, it was, sorry, because I said down as well, didn't I? Dean Phelan is what his name is there. I kind of wish, so that it wasn't the longest race of the season tonight then, as I am shattered then, as I did an all-nighter last night then, as I watched F3, F2 and F1. And yes, I am feeling it. I'm going to be honest, I reckon I'll be lagging by about like 9:15 tonight then, when this Singapore race comes to an end then. Yellow flag at the final turn here then. It's one of the Williamses have had an issue there. Boxed out going at second fastest. Cannot match Wooter's time at the moment by half a second there. That's a pretty impressive time there from Wooter. It really is indeed. I don't think I gave him much I don't think I gave him much plaudits there, did I? As we've got what's it, Prime Zealous and yeah, it is Zealous, isn't it? In the comments, of course, the newest, I think he's the newest member to ALR. Of course, I think he'll be doing a lot of bronze races this year as well. Some of you might remember him under an older gamer tag, but I'll let Prime to let you know if what his old gamer tag is. So a bit of a old school name there popping up in the comments section there. I have a feeling he likes Singapore then, as well, Equus has already let the cat out of the bag then. Mason, what's up then? A feeling I dislike it a lot then. I'm expecting to DNF, feeling is saying that. So not a positive outlook there for the Williams driver, Phelan, but he's doing a great job at the moment on those medium tyres, though, hasn't he? He's done a great job indeed. Now coming under the grandstand here, quite unique around here. I made the most of it because I don't think it's going to be on the. I don't think it's going to be that part of the circuit is going to be on the circuit next season. If my sources are right, i.e. my sources, the internet. On the final turn now for Gamer, 22 and 23 coming up then, and of course Gamer should probably have a lot more points in the piggy bank than what he's got at the moment there. And of course Gamer, another man who almost, I think he said he fell asleep there after the first safety car of after the first red flags part of the Australian Grand Prix. Kaz, I'm not sure if he was visiting the wall or just getting out of the way at the moment there. I'm not feeling that prediction. Dean Pillars is saying there. Percy, 610s in the middle sector. How? We got, I'm not going to lie, I didn't like my old username, so I'm not going to mention it then. That's no attitude, Serious Mushroom was saying that. But I think your old gamer tag Prime was was very much legendary in the ALR circus. Out the final turn there, and Blaze goes full fast. As I mentioned, he's a 4-time Grand Prix winner. Sorry, 5th fast, not full fast. I've got 4 on my brain then. Is it? No, it's 3 that's the magic number, isn't it? Not 4. KD. Can KD break his points ducks in ALR Gold here tonight? Well, he's going to go for it now, isn't there? 5 minutes go in this session. Then Kaz starting his lap as well. Sam Green is KD's teammate there in the Red Bull, tackling the Singapore street circuit as well. Aston Martin of Percy, I think it's Gamer who's just coming in on a lap, actually. I'm trying to look to see who else up there. No, there he is, and then there he goes over the Anderson Bridge there. Serious Russia was asking what Prime's own gamer tag is. Not saying if you know, you know. Yes, Root has retired from the session now, but I think he's just happy in the pit lane, to be honest, isn't he? As Equals I think Equals knows his old gamer tag. Then just watching Green now coming through the chicane as well. Then not using too much of the outside curve there, is he there? Before going into 18 and 19 here. Serious Russia will find out. He will find out because I've got to say, Serious. Whatever normally happens, Serious Russia does find out a lot of things, which is quite scary, isn't he? He's like a reporter, isn't he, there for the Daily Planet. Out of the final turn, I'm also calling him Superman as well. Out of the final turn now, and Green goes at 7th fastest there in the Red Bull. 4 minutes to go in this session, and I think that I don't think it's going to be too comfortable. I love that shot, by the way. I don't think that's going to be too comfortable, though, for Green, is it? Anyone who I'm not really too sure, really. I'd say anyone who's in the 37 Fords, I think is going to have to go out again, personally, in my humble opinion. On board Kaz, who's making a gold appearance, and it's just the first time I hear us that Kaz made an appearance in gold. It is indeed that. Kaz is, I think, he's raced in bronze a lot. I think he raced in cobalt as well, and I'm sure he's raced in silver once or twice. But it's his first attempt here in the in gold here tonight. So a 41 to set us on our way. So now Mumford there, 10 for a second up in the second split. Mumford's loving that Williams car, isn't he? I think he's doing a great job, Mumford is there. Out of his appearances for the Ferrari, I think his British Grand Prix appearance was the best one. But here tonight, he is loving that Williams car. Mixed conditions and also the Mumford effect as well. And Williams certainly needs a Mumford effect at the moment, doesn't he? Don't they? Because they have really struggled this season. They were second in the World Championship last season there. Of course, Epic the Animal was leading that. Epic the Animal and Julian was leading along very well for the Williams team, but this season it has been a pretty difficult season, to say the least. Not getting too close to that wall on the outside. Then into the final turn, and Serious Russia, to be honest, Cat's doing a great job. He is indeed there. Mumford 11 fastest there. He's also doing a great job, but it's not enough. Phelan has done a good job as well. He's done a great job. Phelan has a 36.636. I say that's safe now from Phelan, and he's also thrown it into turn 1. Goodness gracious me! I didn't think I was going to stick, to be honest. Box Towel is just starting his lap. We've got Coop, as in Soup, who is also starting his lap. There he is, at 2.5 minutes to go in this session now. And I think that you can only do one lap on these soft tyres before they absolutely fall apart in the Haas car then, and sorry, not in the Haas car, but all other cars as well, really. I think it's one and done. It really is for the qualified here. It's not like Australia where you can have a couple of laps to get going. And Boxed Out, who's gone very quick then. KD is into the pits, and is KD safe? Ooh, as KD has retired from the session now. I think he is. And don't quote me though, because I am not very good indeed. Then, as just coming out of, I'm sorry, I'm laughing. It's a serious mushroom. We're just coming out of the over the Anderson Bridge now as well. As a serious mushroom is going to message Brooks because he wants to know who our returnee is. And as of course, there's a man. It's like guess who, really, isn't it? Of course, he did Racing Cobalt. Just going over Raffles Boulevard as well. Then, of course, there's Prime is Racing Cobalt under AlphaTauri alongside Brooksy in Cobalt's first season. We're about 4 or 5 races, but it's in the past. I prefer to look forward then. Indeed, then, and just watching a box out, of course, who would hopefully, I think he's had a good season so far, but I think the box out would like to be looking forward to. Maybe can he win the championship? Well, it's between him, Troy, and an outside bet of Percy at the moment, but he's still got quite a number of races to go. Out the final turn then, and Boxtel's got second pass. The serious pressure has got the name, fantastic. As Boxtel going second pass, is feeling in front. But no, it is great to have you back, Prime. Then and I'm looking forward to seeing you racing, hopefully in bronze on Tuesday night then, hopefully. And that'll be quite cool to see. Just watching Troy, who's down in 8th position at the moment. He would need to get a time on the board. Aston Martin is currently coming down the back straight here, which is anything but straight, really, isn't it? What about Default Marquee then? 3/10 of a second up then. And here we go then, and out of the final turn then. So Serious Russia is literally playing a game of Guess Who now, which... I'm not sure I haven't played Guess Who in ages, but I must admit I was pretty appalled. Well, I was appalled actually. Markey, that wasn't appalling at all. That was a great 7th finish there for Markey, and he is 7th fastest now in this qualifying 2 session. That is currently enough. But I think that Percy, has he made a mistake somewhere? Because he's going for another time run here. He is indeed with just 2 seconds to go. That is it! The time has been cut off. The checker flag has fallen. Kaz is out qualifying. Green is on the cusp at the moment. And just coming into 21 and 22 and 23 here. Out of the final turn then, and Troy has got third fastest. That also should be safety through there for Troy. Magnificent 17. The second Red Bull is done, unfortunately. What about Blaze? And Blaze, goodness me, he's down in 9th position from there, unbeknownst to me then. So he's got one more chance here. Coming out of the final turn, and let's see what Blaze can do. Only 9th fastest here. My goodness me, Blaze could be in trouble here. It's down to 10th, and Soundgreen is out qualified. Gamer is through as well. Markey, no, that's the wrong McLaren. What about Mumford? Mumford also in the pits as well, and Cooper's in the pits there. Can Siege knock out Blaze here? That'll be a shock of the system, won't it? Blaze making a return here. So of course a Grand Prix winner. We got Percy out there as well, but I think that Percy should be safe now. It's between Siege and Blaze, and who is going to be in Q3 and who's going to be knocked out there is one of the red cars. That'll be as a red and white car. Oh, they had a bit of oversteer there into the PK corner. Goodness me. But he's now got just a couple of corners to go then. He has put it all on the limits, and then so is he. Was getting to the top 10 here, doesn't he? Siege does, and really try and really elevate his season so far in golf. Out of final turn, it's not enough. He is out of qualified, and Blaze makes it through by the skin of his nose cone here. He is through to the top 10 by just over 1/10 of a second there from Green in 11th. So 12th position is Siege, Mumford 13th, 14th is Coop, and at 15th is Kaz. Goodness me, very, very close indeed. Markey has made it through into qualifying 3. Good stuff there. He should use that default setup more often. Good stuff. Blaze, Markey, Dropstars, KD, Gamer, Percy, Phelan, Troy, Boxstar, and Wooter have all made it through into qualifying 3 for Singapore. Oh, well, that was a good qualifying 2, wasn't it? So now we race on in to qualifying 3. Excuse me, I'm really I'm low on the old, I think I'm low on the old water levels tonight, thank goodness me. I gotta say, my body clock is so knackered at the moment. I do love the Australian Grand Prix. It's actually one of my favourite races of the season. I don't know why, I just love Melbourne. I like the fact just how much grass there is on the outside of the circuit. It feels really cool to see, but I must say the early mornings is just not for me. Then this ginger who's oh goodness me, almost 3 decades and 4 years old. Then almost not too far away now. Goodness me, yeah. I'm a man who just likes to not get up at the mornings and stuff like that. Right, we're going on into qualifying free, of course, as Prime is saying, he does have Tuesdays free then, so looking forward to seeing him in the bronze then. Of course, he'll be turned out as a reserve, I think, to begin with, but of course that does depend on, of course, we've got 2 more days till bronze, so we'll hopefully see Prime in there, but of course we also want to see the full-time drivers in bronze as well. Qualifying free then here tonight and in Singapore, and well, this is going to be very interesting indeed then. And qualifying around here, I would hazard a guess, is quite important then, isn't it? And here comes feeling kind of the pits now. Of course, last week's pole sitter, not racing here tonight, which is Mr. Rage, his first pole position of his career in ALR. And what a time was indeed. He finished 5th in the end, didn't he? Which I think he'd be I think he was disappointed by, because he had the pace, didn't he? But very, very it's a very challenging Italian Grand Prix. This is going to be a different challenge in of its own right here in Singapore. But pole positions this year then, we've had Boxtel on pole position a number of times. 6 pole positions to be precise, and 5 pole positions for Percy. Last pole position though for Lucas Percy is back in the French Grand Prix 5 rounds ago there. So Percy would like to get back on the old saddle of the first position then. I think we've had Kush on pole position once, 3 times for Troy, and of course Mr. Rage on pole position as well then. And just watching their feeling on an outlap moment, and we've got 5 drivers out at the moment, 5 drivers in the pit lane, so half and half at the moment. Now, you would only probably get 2 runs around here, then you won't get a 3rd run. It's just a far too long of a lap then around here, isn't there? Of course, but we do have 3 DRS zones as well. And as we're just coming down at Raffles Boulevard then, as of course Prime is saying, and this is the last track I raced on before, you know what happened then. We've got 41 on the 30th hour. I'm a fossil then, as Prime is 20 in September. Goodness gracious me. So, so Serious Mushroom then his birthday's on the 30th of April then. Oh, lovely stuff indeed then. Of course, then I'm a May baby, I am then. So, yes, I must admit, I like May, June and July, to be frank, because it's about halfway around the year, which means then that you get prezzies on Christmas and halfway around the year as well. So I think that's the perfect time to have a birthday, in my opinion. But yes, so Serious Mushroom, happy birthday to you on the 30th, but I'm sure that we'll be coming across each other more often than not. Not on track there, because I've been banned from racing ALR because of how appalling I am, and almost took out my teammate Dylan a few years ago when he was going for the Bronze Championship. But also the fact that I quite like. I must admit, I've struggled. I quite like driving these cars, but I don't get a funny feeling like I used to on the 2020 World and 2020 games. As I think I'm sure it's just down to the different handling model because of the ground effect machines, in my opinion. But as Prime says, I feel young for once. Said, well, to be honest, you're as young as you feel. That's mine and Mushroom's motto. I'm sure of it. Over the Anderson Bridge now comes at feeling then for a bit of a heavy braking zone. Then Kurt's coming down Raffles Boulevard. Then DRS right on the minute. The drivers get a bleep in their beep in their ear. Bleep. They might get a bleep as well, but that's probably for someone swearing at them. But a beep in their ear as well. Then, of course, then as they know when the DRS it can be activated. However, the drivers should know when the DRS will be activated, because they probably know a lot of these circuits now like the back of their hand, don't they? And here comes the Williams car. And of course, Williams do, as I've mentioned throughout the broadcast, Williams do need to get their seasons turned around, don't they? It's been a difficult season for the Williams team, haven't they? Out of 21 then into 22 and 23. What can Phelan do here then? Of course, he is a very quick cookie out of the farm, turned down a 36.641 to start us on our journey. KD then, I think that this man has got a new leash of life since that incredible win in 100% on Wednesday. He is second fastest on it. Can he get to the end of the race then as well? Yellow flag in the foreground. Don't worry about that. Percy going to worry about that, because Percy has gone third fastest. Only third fastest for the Aston Martin driver. Markey across the line as well. Markey going third faster. And Percy now down to fourth and 2/10 a second in front of Percy. Percy would be a bit disappointed by that, I feel. And here comes Drop Faster making free to corner, free by the skin of his nose coat. No, it wasn't. It was Blaze, not Drop Fast. Into the final turn then for Drop Dash across the line going third fast. Well, only one driver is in the 36 mode now, and that's Phelan, and he's well in the 36 as well, isn't he? He's almost mid 36 there for Phelan. Very good stuff indeed there. Here is Wooter then, as I mentioned, a Grand Prix winner. He's never been on pole position though in his short career in ALR. I think this is 12th race in ALR across the line, and he is on pole now on a 36.3 there for the Alpine driver. And wow, my goodness me, that is from the gauntlet down well and truly. Boxtel's, of course, won an incredible race in Italy, and I feel that the momentum of the championship is back in Boxtel's door at the moment. Then here he comes and out of the final turn, and then Boxtel goes second fastest at 36.4 at the moment. Great times indeed out here in Singapore. Here comes Blaze. He was the man that struggled, that just about got through in the Q3. Well, he's currently a comfortable fourth at the moment, and he's the third driver into the 34s as well. Has just got Troy invalidated his time. Troy has Gamer on a lap now. Troy is invalidated his time. Is he going to come into the pits, or is he going to have another run? Around here, you cannot invalidate your time then, really, can you? Because it just hurts you. But Troy is going for another bite of cherry now. But he will be a bit behind the 8-board. He's going to have to really light up the track to come back into the pits on his end lap. 6 minutes ago in this qualifying session. Gamer in front of Percy as well. What is Percy doing? He's abandoning and coming to the pits then. Percy has said he was on a quick lap, but he's abandoning that then. Let's take stock on, with just under half of qualifying to go now, or Q3 I should say. Wooter pole position at the moment, and he's never had pole position in his ALR career so far. He's had a win. He's had three podiums, but can he break that duck to get a pole position here tonight on at Singapore? Boxall second, Phelan in third position there, and Blaze in fourth. Boxall's going to be quite nervous, I think, because all three of those drivers around him at the moment are not in championship winning position, are they? So I think the box, and I'm sure that all those drivers are going to take advantage of that there and really stick their nose in any half-hearted attempts there. Boxall will surely move out of their way. I know that he's a racer at heart then, but the championship is definitely what all these drivers want to fight for, and sometimes you may have to give your rivals a bit more of an inch than you'd rather give up. But of course, it is going to be very interesting indeed then, because I don't think any drivers are going to do any silly lunges then, but any half-hearted lunges on Boxall, I think is going to jump out of the way. Percy has just said no pace then, and goodness me, Wooter really fast here then, Equals is saying then, goodness gracious me, and I'll be about 5 positions behind him, Mushroom, so not today. Of course, so I must say that you two, even though you two do side the opposite ends of the grid then, Troy across the line going third fastest there, and that is what Troy needed. My goodness me, that's exactly what Troy needed. He is third fastest now, 4.5 minutes ago, and he's cut turn 1, 2, and 3 to try and get back to the pits then. But goodness me, Troy needed that there, because of course, and he doesn't want to be left behind Boxall, does he? And the gap is 29 points now. That is over a race win still, but there is still a number of races to go. But we go to the land of the rising sun next week, don't we? Of course, the last of the European round was last week, wasn't it? Albeit, I think we do make a short pit stop to Portugal before the end of the season, don't we? So we've got one more European round to go, actually, so I lie on that one. But I was going to say then, of course, Percy said he was 5 positions behind Percy, but not to say. But I was going to say you two do seem to get involved in each other, even when you're at the opposite ends of the grid. I'm absolutely astonished by that. Very much like Massa and Hamilton in 2011, where them two used to keep coming to blows as well. My golly gosh, said. As just on board coming now into the come on, Percy, you need the points, but then and a good lap there for Troy is what. What Prime has just said, that a very good lap there for Troy indeed, that really got that out of his back pocket there, didn't he? He's on limp home mode at the moment, there's with not much fuel left there. So only one driver out in circuit mode there is Phelan. I'm surprised that Phelan's out so early, because I thought he would have left it a little later on then to get the best of the track position, but maybe he has time in his pocket then. But maybe he has Tom in his back pocket there, where he feels then that he would rather have a clear track rather than track evolution around here. So that's a very bold claim by myself, isn't it? But I'm wondering if that is what Phelan is feeling here. Into the pits, out comes Troy then, and Troy is very much said he's going to be a little bit on the 8 ball, and of course remember as well, when he's on his outlap here, he's going to be very mindful about not tripping drivers over them when they're on a quick lap there. 2.5 minutes to go for Troy. That is going to be touch and go, I think, isn't it? Phelan there, who is not on his lap yet then, but you can see he's preparing for it now. His outlap is just as his outlap is just as important as his quick lap. So we're on board now with Phelan, and here it comes then out of the turn 22 and 23 as well. Let's go on board. Let's enjoy this lap then, going through the start-finish line as well then. Well, the finish on the start line is in a different position then, mainly because that's to be in line with the FIA office is. Into turn 2 and turn 3. I think that Massa and Hulkenberg had a crash there, didn't they, in 2017. Out of turn 3 then, now coming into turn 5 there. You take a bit of the curb on the outside there, don't you, Jed? Don't get too close and beeping your ear, and that is a DRS now coming down there. Of course, there's a bit of a kink here before turn 7. Turn 7, infamous for Hamilton fans there. Of course, that's where Webber and Hamilton came to blows in 2010, and then 2011 was Hamilton and Massa, and then in 2012 Hamilton retired, well, a corner further on from there, and of course a week later I'm sure that it was announced he was signed with Mercedes, wasn't he, or something like that. And now just coming in to going into the Singapore Sling, which is not the Singapore Sling anymore, is it? And now going over the Anderson Bridge, which will come into Raffles Boulevard. And I've just seen Washman Odd mention about see you later, Potter. Has he been sacked? Has he? Goodness gracious me, I'm not sure about that. Of course, Brendan Rodgers has been sacked today, hasn't he? Or was let go by mutual consent. I'm surprised he survived Leicester for so long. Anyway, but to keep an eye on that one anyway, of course, I'm sure that all of you are football fans. I'm not at the moment this weekend after that humbling from Man City, but luckily Australia was on and I was sound asleep when that match was going on. Anyway, Phelan's not going to be interested about the games at the moment. He wants to, oh, look at that, he glances the outside wall there. Now coming into 21 and 2 and 3, of course, Vettel says at the exit 21 you have to be almost hugging that wall on the outside across the line. Third fast there from Phelan. He only found 2/10 of a second on that lap Phelan did there. I wonder if that is down to the lack of track evolution potentially. And now Reuter going to start his lap. Then there he goes, and Reuter is on a quick lap now. Same with Blaze as well. So I'm trying to find the driver who is finishing their lap. Then Gamer's on a lap. Then Percy's starting his lap as well. And Percy, you've just heard, struggling with pace. And Troy, he's only got 8 seconds. Troy has. We're on board with Troy. Is he going to miss out? He has missed out. That invalidation of the lap earlier on then. And Troy has missed the time here then. Oh my goodness me. And not only is it a shock there, as Potter's been sacked then, but it's sort of for the challenge manager. But Troy has also missed the timing beam here. He's missed the flag, and he is going to only finish as high as 4th then. And this is very much in the advantage now of Boxtel across the line. Katie going 5th fastest there. Boxtel, who is just coming under the bridge of the fans here then. On board with Boxtel then before coming into turn 2. Now into 23 then across the line, and Boxtel's on pole position here for Singapore. Oh, magnificent stuff indeed there for Boxtel, and incredible stuff. This is exactly what he needs, isn't it? But Reuter's been on fine vessel here tonight then. Has Phelan got anything in the tank as well? Out of the final turn now, and coming across the line, Markey 7th fastest, and that's McLaren, and Gamer going 5th fastest. That is why he's on row 4E tonight then. Oh, drop fast is invalidated his time, unfortunately. Here's Reuter. He's found 2/10 of a second. That is enough for pole position. But he's Alvarez. But it's enough. It's a 3.59 there for Reuter in the Alpine. That is magnificent. Blaze has gone 3rd fast on his return to ALR. Wow, incredible drive there from Phelan there, just crawling back to the pits. Then what about Percy? He's found 7/10 of a second. Percy's on row 2 as well. And right behind his championship rival. And Troy's down into 6th position after running out of time. time. That could have been a lot worse for Troy there, but he'd be happy, I think, with 6 in the end then, in circumstances here. But Reuter is on pole position for the first time in his career. Magnificent stuff there. And wow, what an incredible time there for Troy. I have hurt my, I've got cramp in my side now for some reason for getting too excited. Oh dear, oh dear. However, well done to Troy. Pole position there for the first time in his career. Magnificent stuff indeed. Absolutely great stuff for the Alpine. Box style on row 1 then. On row 1 with Percy somehow picking it out of his back pocket, pulling it out of the bag then. That's exactly how the best driver, well, exactly what the best drivers can do then. And Percy then not feeling it today, but he's certainly got himself onto row 2. Blaze in 4th position on his return. Magnificent with Phelan in 5th. Troy in 6th position there. But it's Reuter who is right in the back pages here tonight. He's on pole position there for the Singapore Grand Prix. Magnificent stuff indeed. Absolutely incredible stuff. Well done indeed there to well done indeed there to Reuter. Really good stuff indeed. And yes, apologies, Mason. That is me who's actually hasn't renamed the stream correctly then, as it is meant to be gold tonight, not bronze then, which is shocking behaviour in of its own right then. And shocking stuff indeed there by myself. But look at that, 0.2 of a second there in the end there. Fantastic stuff there for fantastic stuff there from Reuter. Really, really happy for the Alpine driver and for Reuter himself indeed. Then that's magnificent. I'm a little annoyed I can't mute this mic then, because I can just see the like flickering audio going up and down as well whilst I'm like doing this, that and the other. Mainly I'm just trying to catch my breath, to be honest then. Anyway, yes, here we go then for the Grand Prix of Singapore then, and we've got some interesting merging there, some Mercedes mechanics, very interesting indeed. Let me quickly get to the comments, shall we? Right, Potter has been sacked, it's about time. Yes, it is supposed to be gold there, apologies Mason there. Total Juice, skill issue then, feeling saying, Dexter, thank you, of course, one of our latest subscribers said, Sean, how are you doing? How are you doing, mate? I'm doing very well, my good sir. I hope you're doing well as well. Well, I am doing well, but apart from the fact is that I've inflicted myself to a lack of sleep this weekend due to the Australian Grand Prix, but I'm sure a lot of you guys have as well. So I'm just trying to get sympathy, but I don't deserve any at all, really, do we? Me and this track don't mix, feeling is saying, wow, wow, Wooter then, Serious Russian saying, super lap Percy. Prediction, I will be lap 2. Prediction, I will be lap 2. Get drinks and snacks, guys. There and 2 and 3. Popcorn ready, was saying then, as also Mason's getting some as well. GG Reuter, what a lap then. A yellow hoodie is fired, and Chaz is saying, why, hello there. From far there from Mason as well, evening Charlie. Right, where am I going to put my phone then? Because I think I've just wasted half a bottle of squash, which isn't very good, is it? But let's not worry about that until I step in it after I finish the stream. Right, oh my goodness me, you've got hard tyres up and down the field. Apart from... This headset is annoying me tonight. What's going on? That's better. Nope, it's not better. Nope. Nope. Yes. I don't know what, this headset sometimes just doesn't sit on my face planted. Anyway, yeah, but hard tyres for everyone apart from Wesley, who's got medium tyres, and apologies, I hate it when people shuffle around their microphone, it really annoys me, so apologies to you guys out there as well. Unfortunately, I can't mute it, because every time I mute it, it doesn't go back on for some reason. Right, Rooter, pole position, his first pole position of his career in ALR. Percy and Blaze have been disqualified. That is not good. Really, Percy did not need that at all, did he, after that incredible lap there, but maybe Blaze didn't need that either, I don't think. So Boxdown is on the front row of the grid there. He is, of course, trying to hunt down Troy in the championship. Percy in third position with Blaze in fourth. Phelan in fifth position with Troy in sixth there. Gamer seventh there. KD in eighth position. Ninth is Markey with Drawfast in 10th position there. Green in 11th with 12th Siege. 13th is Mumford. Great qualifying from Mumford. Coop in 14th position with Kaz in 15th. Strong drive on Kaz's debut. 16th position is Alhan. Vesey has gone against the grain now. The only driver on the medium tyres. 18th is Nosey and Michael in 19th position. 19 cars then, and here we go then. Is it the pink headset? Say no, Len. I only use that pink headset for when I'm in like PlayStation parties and things like that. But I have this really rubbish one which keeps falling off my head. But the audio quality on it is really good, so that's why I use it. But it keeps slipping off my head, especially as I'm a bit greasy at the moment. Mainly because I'm sweaty already, which is not a good sign, is it? Really, I might have to go to the gym I might have to go to the gym, to be honest, won't I? Because this commentary malarkey is really showing that I'm very much out of flavour. Look at Wooter, he's well out of his box there. But here we go then for the start of Singapore. And it's lights out, and here we go then, under the lights in Singapore. And a good start there for Phelan, up 2 positions there. As he go into turn 1, 3 and 2, as he go, that's Blaze off the circuit there. And he spun the car, and I think Troy's involved as well. It is Troy involved then, and there he is, and has he got damage? I don't think he has, but Blaze has dropped down the order. Has the Ferrari got damaged? Both Ferraris have dropped to the back of the field then, and Mumford's up into his superb 9th position there, and the McLaren's off as well. As a terrible start, and Markey has spun the car as well. Mumford's gone in, he's gone for a spin here. Oh dear, and that is an appalling start, isn't there? A lot of carnage going on here then, and now just on board of Alhan. Michael up 6th position, then in 14th position. Make that 13th, make that 14th, and Alhan giving him plenty of space. And Vesey on the medium tyres, absolutely flying. Then that Ferrari of Blaze and has had to come back through the field. He is down 11 positions here in this one. And just goodness gracious me. And the incredible start indeed. But Rooter's had the perfect start then with Box down second, Phelan in third position, Percy in fourth with Gamer in fifth, Green in sixth with KD seventh, Drawfast in 8th position, Coop in 9th and Siege in 10th position, Troy down 5 position, 11th position. He was involved in some start line shenanigans or first quarter shenanigans. Blaze down 11 positions, 9 positions for Markey, 6 positions for Mumford as well. As Goku's asking, is Kaz driving in gold now? Laugh out loud. Yes, he is. Making his debut tonight, Kaz. Of course, Kaz had a very good qualifying, to be fair to him. He's doing a very good job. But it's going to be a little test in time now for Kaz, isn't it? And but seriously, shave your head and use double-sided sticky tape. Do you reckon that works though? Because you do get sweaty. Do you reckon? I thought it would just peel off, to be honest. That one completed. The gap is 0.8 of a second then. On board with Troy at the moment, of course, one of the championship protagonists leading the championship. He's not just a protagonist, he's leading the championship. Phelan he's had a skill problem and he is around the wrong way after only 2 laps here, and he is dropping down the order as he hits something hard. I think he's got both his end plates out, but he's crawling. What's happened there? Phelan is right at the back of the field there. It's our problem for the Williams cars. Let everyone go. Very gentlemanly thing to do there for Phelan there, but I'm wondering if there's a technical problem in that Williams car. Up into 10th position now. Vesey is flying through the field like a hot knife through butter. The only driver to go onto the medium tyres there is absolutely flying out there at the moment there. Remember that Percy was not happy when he said that why was Blaze so close on the formation lap there, but unfortunately I missed that comment there until I just read it. And just on board now with Vesey, he's flying through the field. Brilliant stuff indeed then to open up this one then. You can see then we've had a lot of big winners and a lot of big losers then in the opening stage of this one. Then Michael on his full-blown ALR debut tonight, doing a great job in 13th position. That was there he is in the background there, but he does have a former Grand Prix winner in the former Blaze right up his tailpipe at the moment now. And they're just now on board now with Vesley, 2/10 of a second, and KD all over the back of his teammate Green. I'm wondering then if, of course, KD, as we mentioned, that he is very much his peak of his powers now. KD is, isn't he? Now he is very much on a great, rich run of form after that incredible performance on the 100% a few days ago. Percy set the fast on the race. I was wondering if Sam Green might play a bit of the team game here and let KD through. But let's see how that one transpires. Only if you've got a lot of pace then in the car, and at the moment there, it didn't seem to be too much pace, and Mumford's got past Markey in the pits and for the McLaren team, and that is a big blow. Phelan in the pits as well. Phelan's also got a 5-second penalty, and Phelan's retired from the race then. Into the pits now comes Markey on the medium compound tyres, and in car 19 come back out of the pits now. So Phelan there, unfortunately not feeling this race, out of the race already. And now as we got Michael has dropped down 2 positions there. We got the 2 Red Bulls go, and side by side the Red Bulls have cut the blows there, and my goodness me, Troy, we got also battles here as well on the outside, and Drop Dash is through. KD has dropped down the order, and Red Bulls have not really helped each other there, have they? Goodness me. And now Drop Dash up into 6th position there, really mugging KD there because he was fighting with his teammate. Troy has got past Coop, who's now down into 9th position, and now Troy's teammate Vesley moving up into 10th position as well. Well, he's already in the 10, isn't he? But now looking at 9th position there, look at the background of 2 Alfa Romeos there as well, but they're 2 seconds back at the moment. Yellow flag is one of the Mercedes of Michael is off the circuit over the Anderson Bridge that he's got back going now. So Markey is going to have a tough start, a tough race, I think now, isn't he? Let's see, he might need a safety car to get himself back into contention in this one. On board with Troy, we've got Vesley as well, and so we've got 2 AlphaTauris, and of course leading their way in the joint construction, doing a great job, aren't they? The AlphaTauri team is Vesley, and a driver, I think, very much similar to Gamer, who I think has had a very difficult season, hasn't he, this season, and a driver who I would have expected would probably be a lot higher in the championship and a lot more points scored on the board as well. But of course, we've still got a long way to go in this World Championship, haven't we? Blaze has got past Siege and is moving himself up into 12th position. Siege dropping down into 13th position in the Alfa Romeo car. And look at that, the gap at the front is now down to 4/10 of a second there as Boxtel is now started to home in. And look at Percy there, also taking stock as well. Percy and Boxtel. Oh, is Boxtel getting a bit tail happy there? Yellow flag in the background, and Markey's in the pits again. Markey is having a nightmare start in this one. On board then with Percy. This is a lovely helmet, by the way, from Percy. I absolutely love that. Fantastic. Over the Anderson Bridge as well. Lap 4 out of 31 here. Percy all over the back then. It's this Ofsted camera then as we're just looking in front of us as we're coming down Raffles Boulevard here. Boxstar had really lit up the rear tyres, didn't he, on that McLaren Mercedes just a few moments ago. And Percy has got very interested in that second position. These two have had a storied rivalry over the season so far. Very aggressive drivers. They're fighting for the championship. Troy, of course, the championship leader, who is on the back foot then. Yellow flag in 2 as one of the Mercedes of Michael, who is having troubles there. It looks like he's trying to drive that rear axle at the moment there, so something's going a bit wrong for that Mercedes. And Cooper is now 1.5 seconds back from Troy. That is not what's happened then. Goodness gracious me. Just on board now with Troy then. And the top 3 are gone, and they have gone indeed. 5 seconds, goodness me, that's a good spot there. 5 seconds the gap, that's what Equal said. 5 seconds the gap is there. My goodness gracious me, I'll read all your other comments in just a jiffy there. And we go back down to turn 1. 5 seconds between Gamer and Person, and another 2 seconds between a Gamer and a Green as well. My goodness gracious me. So at the moment it is status quo then. Percy is gaining, but he's going to be too far back at the moment. He has a look there, but he's too far back. Well, on his rival on this one. What about Drop Dash? He's also too far back as well at the moment. You need a lot of, and Troy is having a look then, but Vesley caught a lot of speed there. He's on the medium tires at the moment. Vesley is there. I'm wondering if the reason why a lot of drivers have gone for the hard tyres is because I'm wondering if there might be a bit of rain in the latter stage of this race, and that might be a reason why that they have all gone for the hard tyres. And maybe that's just the better strategy. I would normally go for the medium to the hard tyre personally, but that's because I don't trust myself, but I usually damage my car. Right, as we're just watching Blaze all over the back of Alhan here. To be fair, then you would probably ask, why don't I go for the soft bed? And that's a very good plan indeed, isn't it, really? Anyway, just as Mason said, he'll probably go with a soft medium. to be honest. And I think that I'm sure that Bronze does likes a bit more flexibility in their strategies, don't they? And I'm sure they do more often than not. Sometimes it go with a two-stopper potentially, but we'll see how that one plays out there going over the course of the over the course of Bronze on Tuesday night, of course. And also, Mace's asking, do I do a special helmet on my return? Whatever that would be. Yes, you should. Helmet is the most important part of your repertoire, in my opinion. And both Haas's in the points. Come on, Haas are goated. They're currently 6th and 10th at the moment. Drop Haas making a return. So you've got a yellow flag there down over the Anderson Bridge. And Michael having the same issue he had last lap or the lap before, unfortunately. And look at that McLaren in front of us doing a lot of harvesting there. And Percy's going to have a lot of closing speed here, but he's still half a second back. Down this back straight, the gap has got to 1.4 seconds now, so between first and second position. So Boxtel does not have any DRS at all. Now it's going to help. That is going to help the Percy no end here, because he's going to be gaining on the back of on Boxtel down that straight there, and also down Raffles Boulevard as well. Mumford got past Knowlesy, moving himself up into 14th position. Knowlesy dropped down into 15th position there. Of course, Knowlesy is not in race trim, is he, at the moment, in terms of his ALR career, as he's been more of a Mika Salo-esque super sub, as Michael's retired from his race on his debut here. Knowlesy's been more of a Mika Salo-esque inspired reserve and super sub over the course of the season, but I would like to see Knowlesy back to tip-top form in ALR, a 3-time Grand Prix winner. Mediums are faster at the end, though, Serious Rush is saying. So that is why they're all on the medium tires then. So there you go, I know nothing about that. That is why you viewers at home are the most important part of this broadcast, because I know absolutely diddly squat about what goes on in Formula 1, really. I'm a simple man who likes cars that go very quick then. Gap at the front is 1.3 seconds at the moment now, and goodness me, as Equal said, then the gap is 7.2 seconds now between Gamer and Percy then, and the top three are absolutely rocketing away from the rest of the field. And on board with the championship leader Troy, who would like to be involved in that gaggle, but he's not at the moment though, because of Corsairs involved in the first lap but shenanigans which has really hurt him. Now Vesey, his teammate, is all over the back of him, and Vesey is on the medium tires, so he'll be coming into the pit in the not too distant future. There's a car off. There's Drop-Fast off in the background there, and I think he's hit the wall very hard. He has, you know, and it's a safety car. As I was just going to see, because Percy's got past Boxtel, whilst Drop-Fast has unfortunately dropped it at turn 5 and damaged the Haas car. I know, dear oh dear, that is a safety car. And I think it's a bit early for anyone on the medium tires going to the pits then, but I think that when I say anyone, it's Vesey who's on the medium tires there. But Percy's just got past Boxtel and made his way up into second position there. The gap is about 39 points between Boxtel and Percy in the championship. So Boxtel, I don't think he's going to be too concerned at this stage then. But however, you cannot be. This championship is ebbed and flowed over the season, hasn't it there? Where it's gone from Percy having the advantage to Boxtel having the advantage to Troy having the advantage there. It just turns on a dime, doesn't it? Almost every week, doesn't it, here at ALR Gold? It's been a magnificent classic championship battle, and I have no idea who's going to win it, but let the best man win, I'd say. Can hear Troy I can hear Troy effing and jeffing in my head then, as so Troy there. Into the pits comes Reuter. Percy has stayed out. So is Boxtel. Reuter in the pits. I'm surprised at that. I thought the hard runners was going to stay out, to be fair. I thought the only driver going to come was Drop-Fast because of the damage, and potentially Vesely. But yeah, Vesely's in the pits, but Reuter has come into the pits on the medium tires. I am quite surprised by that from the pole sitter. Into the pits comes Vesely as well. No, don't think anyone else is in the pits, are they? Yeah, we've got the two. We've got Alfa Romeo in the pits as well of Alhan. And so now out of the pits comes Reuter. There he is. He's dropped all the way down to 9th. He's given up track position here. I think that might be costly for Reuter, but I hope I'm wrong. Vesely on the hard tires, and this is perfect for Vesely. Alhan into the pits as well, going to the medium tire. I think that is definitely a surefire thing that they're going to go on to 2 stops. I'm sure of it. No, there's a double stacking for both Alfa Romeos here. Phelan has left the session there as Drop-Fast having to change the nose cone now after bringing out the safety car. So safety car's out at the early stages of the Grand Prix. Aston Martin are first and third in this race now. Really good stuff indeed, with Troy making his way up into 6th position. That gap of about 8 seconds has been completely eradicated by has been completely eradicated by the safety car between Gamer and the front three, which is now the front two. The front two, well, the front three are so quick at the moment now. As look at Percy, goodness me, he's getting very violent on that steering wheel, hacksawing away on the steering wheel to try and get temperature into these hard compounded tires. Remember that this is night time in Singapore, and it's still still very toasty at night here in Singapore, of course. But even so, that there is not direct sunlight on the track then, which doesn't absorb so much heat, I assume, anyway. Says Rush, I think that was a bad call by Router. Equal says the same then. Should be, but he does say it should be interesting. Yeah, I do feel the same. I think the track position around here is king, and I do feel that, yeah, he's going to be on the fresher tyre, but he's going to lose an awful lot of time to Blaze, Coupe, Troy, KD, Green, Gamer, Boxall and Percy if he needs to overtake him. So I do feel that track position is king then, and I think that in the hard tyres was going to go a very long way still. I don't think our tyres are going to come in until like lap, what, 18, 20 maybe. So yeah, there's more than plenty of time. The safety car I think will be in at the end of lap 9, to be fair, and we'll be back race again. And so that Markey is quite a way back at the moment, isn't he, as we're just going to be waiting for the rest of the field to catch up. So the drivers that have pitted then under the safety car period is Router, who's lost the lead from first down to 9th then. Also in the pits is Wesley. This is the perfect time for Wesley, maybe a bit early then, but nevertheless then you, I think you have to take the options when you can. So Wesley is now in 13th. Alhan in Siege and Dropfast all coming in the pits. Well, Dropfast had to, after spinning this corner here, he's on the medium tyres along with the 2 Alfa Romeos, and also Markey pitted earlier on then after having issues then. So the safety car is out at the moment, and Markey then just trying to catch up to the back then, but it's Percy leads with Boxall in 2nd, Gamer in 3rd position there. Great drive from Gamer on there. Can he get to the end now? 4th position is Green, and Kadu hasn't scored any points yet, is in 5th. Can he get to the end as well? 6th position is Troy. He needs to try and narrow the advantage that they are narrowing the advantage between his 2 challenger rivals of Percy and Boxall. Troy back up to 6th, and good recovery so far. Coupe in 7th position there, Blaze in 8th position, good recovery from Blaze as well. Router in 9th position, and 10th position Mumford loving that to life in the Williams. He's doing a great job. Knowles in 11th position there, shout out to Kaz in 12th position, doing a great job. Kaz is in gold. This is David Stein gold. That he's a veteran in ALR in terms of bronze, isn't he? But doing a great job here tonight. Kaz is bronze and cobalt, I should say. But Kaz doing a great job then. Vesey in 13th, 14th, Alhan Siege, Dropfast and Markey brings up the rear. And I think that we might have one more lap behind the safety car, because Markey is still 20 seconds back, and we're on board the McLaren Mercedes driver now. P1 and P2. I dare not look then, as Serious Rush was saying that. I love a bit of action. Oh, goodness gracious me. However, I think that the drivers probably know that it is getting into the business end of the season. None of them could afford a DNF like they had in Zandvoort a few weeks ago then, which really has cost both of them dearly, and got Troy elevated up then. Brilliant stuff indeed then. As we've got Rostafar, I love my name by the way, Rostafar, a Kaz pan here. I love to hear that as well. And of course Kaz up into 11th position then. I thought he's up into 10th, but is there someone falling off the field or something? Or am I just being a bit fake? I think I'm being a bit fake. Mumford has dropped down into 17th, 16th. What's happening here? We're back racing then here in Singapore then, and here we go then. But Percy leads, Boxall second. Look at Gamer. He is struggling for pace there. Troy up the inside, and he just about repels the attack of Troy at the moment there. Troy wants to be a part of that top 3 battle, doesn't he? Of course, only because he's a racer, but also because he's got to think about the championship as well. Router on the outside of Coupe. That's a magnificent manoeuvre. That's very brave indeed. Oh, in the second as I thought, almost done the carbon copy of his teammate there. But Coupe is now in 9th position, but he's going to lose momentum here. Knowlesy is coming. Here he comes, and Knowlesy is heading on the inside of turn 7. That is getting very squeaky bum time. Vesey up into 10th position. Vesey, I think, is a golden opportunity here. That Ferrari up the inside of Kaz there, and it is getting very, very tense here. Kaz, the last driver who hasn't pitted then, as the two Alfa Romeos are all over the back of the Ferrari, and so is Dropdas as well here. Of course, these drivers haven't pitted just yet. Root on the inside. Was that Markey? It was Markey, who, goodness gracious me, Cal Reuter! It's Reuter off the circuit. Katie is off the circuit as well with the Anderson Bridge. My goodness me! And this is what we feared might happen when Reuter came to the pits to change onto the medium tyres. He is all the way down to the back of the field, and we didn't see what happened on stream there. Oh my goodness gracious me. As Cooper now do 6th position, and Troy up into 5th as well. And look, there is Svensson, and he's all over the back of the Haas driver. And Blaze is now up into 8th position. Knowles and Kaz are 9th and 10th. Magnificent stuff indeed there. But Reuter and KD, I'm not sure if they come to blows or whatnot, but they've dropped on the order. We didn't even see what happened to Mumford there. Mumford, who hit the safety car before the safety car restart, just dropped all the way down to the back of the Crocodile. Reuter all over the back of dropped that there. But I feel that this is a strategy mistake there for Reuter to give up track position. But let's see how that happens then as well. As I don't see what person he is, so it tightens up the championship, and it's also mayhem as well. As Dropfast is dropped back into 14th position here, as Reuter there, I feel it looks like he was fanking him there. Now here's the battle for the lead there. No DRS just yet. The DRS will be available at the end of this lap then. But here are the two leaders, and they've already got a second and a half out of Gamer. There he is in the background there. These two are absolutely in a league of their own at the moment. Magnificent stuff indeed there. Dropfast as Kaz there. I wonder if actually I wonder if Root was saying sorry actually. Kaz has lost out then to both Alfa Romeos, and Kaz is shooting off the circuit there. And Dropfast has dropped down to 14th position there. Dropfast has gone up to 12th point today, and now Reuter all over the back as well in 14th position. I wonder if Reuter was actually saying, I think Dropfast or Reuter was saying sorry to each other there, because I think there's something may have occurred there, because they've swapped back positions, haven't they? Unless that was a bona fide overtake, but Reuter now back up into 13th position then. And just on board now with Reuter indeed. That as Mason said, then we should do weekly predictions then, as who's going to be on the podium and in what order. Then me and Styles do, and I always win. Serious Mushroom is saying, and Alhan is through. Then goodness gracious me, look at this, and there is Carnage galore, and Dropfast on the outside, Knowlesy on the inside. Oh my word! And Knowlesy then just, I think Knowlesy's just trying to get out of the way at the moment, isn't he? Oh, up the inside, Reuter is, and I thought he was going to steam on the inside of seats. My word, then Reuter is being very robust at this moment then. And they're now coming into the over the grandstand as well. Percy has DRS is available, and Percy has now broke the DRS detection of a second here. And oh, that Williams there is looking very unstable there. Reuter looking very stable, and is through and up into 11th position now. There he is, there he goes, and Siege cannot defend. Reuter has been very quick. I love the helmet as well, fantastic stuff. Serious Runner said he wins the prediction every week. Mason said no surprise. No surprise because you watch the race every week, and we love to have Serious Mushroom here every week indeed. Then, and we've got as you can tell, Judging Pro, and of course you can tell that I want Serious Mushroom in the chat as well, mainly because I love his company, but also because I have no idea what goes on in these races. And this was just watching Blaze Harris drop down into 8th position there. No, listen, it's 9th, and I'll get the positions right one day, maybe after I've done this for like what, 17 years now, 4 or 5 years, and look at this, and it's dropped us. Nope, it's 4 years, I say. Oh, on the outside goes Reuter, my goodness gracious me. It's the Fast and the Furious around here, and great stuff indeed as they go over the Anderson Bridge, and having a sniff. Reuter at the inside. Is he going to have momentum? They're going to come to contact there. Remember, we've seen that so many times there when Sono takes on the Anderson Bridge there. Great awareness from Reuter and from Blaze. Blaze is having a sniff. Oh, contact. There's contact in there. It's just a minute contact, and someone's gone straight to the back there. Mark is left the session there, and KD now up in the 13th position there, and it was the minutest of contact. Someone went into the back of Blazer. I thought it was Knowlesy, to be honest, but we'll see how that one transpires. But yeah, Reuter dropping all the way down into 16th position. He's going to be furious at this one then. Kaz is now dropped down into 15th as well. Goodness gracious me, absolutely anarchy on the streets of Singapore. We ain't even at half distance yet as we approach 9 p.m. UK time. Knowlesy has a lot of damage as well then, as there's of course and he's now coming into the pits at Knowlesy. Said he should have been watching where he's going then. Of course I laugh out loud there with Knowlesy. Of course I think if you ever heard me say that, I think I'll be in trouble anyway, but luckily Knowlesy only watches these races when I'm asleep, so I should be alright. Actually that's a lie as well, because I think he watches them live then, so I have a feeling I'm going to get a comment in a minute. Right, so we're just watching green as well. Of course, just as oh Alhan is through. Here he goes. And he's up into 7th position. I'm going to be honest. Do you reckon these medium tires ain't going to get to the end of the race, are they? I don't think about that, but the medium tires at the moment are setting the track alight. Then Katie is the first driver with a penalty at the moment. Rooter hasn't got any damage. I'm sure he'll have to have side pod damage because even though it is the minutest of touches between himself and Blaze, I think though that the contact when Nozzy got nudged into the side of the Alpine car, that was not going to be too healthy at all, is it? And then now as they go over the Anderson Bridge, then so Percy leads the race, and Box down in second position at the moment. We got two Haas drivers as well. And Percy looking good now. Mediums won't last. Serious pressure was saying. Just as they go over top of me as well. Good job, already out there. Of course, I would have found a second one there. But it's a Coop there. I wonder if Coop might let his teammate through. Droftas is on a different strategy now. He's got the faster tyre here. If they want to maximise the performance of both the Haas drivers, I wonder if Coop might just ease off the throttle over the start-finish line. Just let Droftas through that. I must say that drivers are very selfish, so aren't they? Very selfish human beings indeed. But yes, that's exactly what Coop does. And of course, Coop has been a very popular addition to the Haas team, hasn't he? There, and of course, he is a very wise driver, which is very rare to see these days. Rooter has pitted and quitted. Unfortunately, he's out of the race there. So the pole sitter, an absolute nightmare race. And of course, we think that that was possibly a strategy error then on Rooter's part, unfortunately. But I wonder if he had major side pod damage. I think he would have done because of that clout then. So Siege is now behind the one of the two Haas's now. He's in 10th position then. Alhan is currently 7th at the moment. Mumford is driving a superb race, isn't he there? I think this is his best performance of his ALR Gold career thus far in this season. And my word, that I thought him and Blaze was going to come to blows then, but luckily they knew exactly what was occurring then. As we got Mason, we haven't at the moment. We've got Mumford going through Blaze. Mason saying, reckons, will it be hard, medium, soft then? As Serious Western reckons they might do a two-stopper, to be fair, as they go over the Anderson Bridge then. Mumford is putting up in a magnificent fight, and KD almost into the wall then. As we go down to Raffles Boulevard, and Percy still leads there. Box down second, Gamer in third, Green in fourth, Troy in fifth, with Vesey in 6th position there. Vesey is dropped off the back of his teammate ever so slightly. I wonder if he's now starting to look after his tyres here. He's got to go an awfully long way, Vesey has them, but he doesn't need to pit again. Vesey could be the de facto leader in this Grand Prix later on down the line. If he doesn't stop again, can the hard tyres get to the end from here? They might be able to, but whether they can get to the end in a decent state, I think is another matter entirely. Just watching Siege, having a look then, but he didn't have enough top end speed to get past the Haas driver. And we're back with this incredible bot here. Look, Mumford is almost a second out of is already a second and out of almost a second in front of Blaze. He now is a second in front of Blaze. KD is contact there, and goodness me, KD has spun Blaze around, and Blaze pirouetted back around, but he's down in the 14th position here. Oh dear, then, and I think that KD might have carried slightly too much speed potentially down there. And just watching the battle into turn 8 between Siege and Coop in a 9th and 10th position then. Oh, was that a Coop there just making slight contact with the barrier there, but nothing too bad. We're now coming up to half distance in this race then. We're on lap 15 out of 31, and remember, this is the longest race in terms of time in the whole of the season, and that doesn't even include the safety cars either, does it? Goodness gracious me, we've already had one safety car tonight, 3 retirements already. Phelan, Michael and Rooter all out of the race, and unfortunately those drivers had on a bit of a difficult difficult race and out of it. And Mumford, though, is having an absolutely barnstorming of a race at the moment, doing a great job indeed there. As we're now starting to see gaps form, but there's the gap that was formed between Green and Troy has all of a sudden closed up here, and Troy having a sniff then. He is really pushing hard now. He wants to get past Green quite quickly here. He wants to probably get past the Gamer as well then, and get himself back into a podium position there. Unfortunately, the top end speed of that AlphaTauri cannot match that Red Bull car either. Both these two cars are powered by the Hondas, aren't they? But I'm wondering if there's a bit more drag on Troy's machine then. And then what he had then. Of course, Troy had a bit of a miserable qualifying session, only doing one quick lap in Q3, which did cost him, I think, a couple of positions. And of course, then he had an issue at the start then between himself and Blaze. Blaze in the pit lane there, and Blaze, I think, will be. I wonder if he had damage though. Now he's now on the medium tires. Blaze is. He's got a decent gap between himself and the Mercedes and the McLaren of Markey and Knowlesy. So he won't lose position, I don't think. And now then, let's see if we can get some qualifying times in. That's very early to go on the medium tires to the end of the race, I'd say. That's a very long way to go on to the medium tires in the race there. And look at this, this battle is getting very fruitful now, isn't it, between Gamer Green and Troy, and Vesi's also joined the party as well. There he is then. 2 seconds back is Alhan as well, and Drop Fast and CJ. We've all come into the pits under that safety car period on the medium tires. I wonder if they're going to go medium again then to the end of the race then. So they are, I think that everyone who even pitted on the safety cars all got to stop one more time in this race. So that is so Alhan, Siege and Drop Dust done a great recovery here, moved himself 7th, 8th and 9th then. Cooper in 10th position at the moment then. He's got a 6-second point between himself and Mumford, but Mumford is driving absolutely superb tonight, and he's my driver of the race so far. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Troy out the far turn, and can Troy get past Green now then? He's just not got enough top end speed in that Alpha Atari. Alhan, the gap is found 3/10 of a second on that lap. Equal saying Coop, a smooth operator, smooth as soup Coop then, smooth operator then. Indeed, then of course we've got some car science vibes then, haven't we, in the chat. It's like, I love it. Just watching Troy then. Troy, who will probably not be liking the back end of that Red Bull, as not Red Bull, having a sniff on Gamer, but Gamer was a bit too far back. Look, we're going to have a massive train now, as Draft Ass is past Alham, moves himself up into 7th position. We're going to have a massive train, I think, behind Gamer, because look, those 3 drivers who are on the medium tyres are now catching up. There they are, and I think Siege is 5 seconds back, actually. I've read that wrong. But certainly Alhan and Drop That. So 5-second penalty for Blaze for speed in the pit lane. Something's gone wrong with the Ferrari driver, so what has happened there for Blaze? That was devastating there for the Ferrari. Just on board then with the Alpha Tauri then, as we're coming down Raffles Boulevard again then. But yeah, this battle between the 4 cars is going to turn into a 6-car shootout now, isn't it? With Varys Drop Fast, the 2.5 away now from Vesley, who is same with Alhan, he's about 9/10 of a second away from Drop Fast here. Wow, this is going to be a almighty battle. Look, there's the Haas in the background here, so just watching Gamer. Lap 17 out of 31 here, as Percy and Boxtel are steadily pulling away from each other, aren't they? Because the gap is 1.6 seconds now, and the gap from gap between second and third is almost 10 seconds. Vesley has got past. Troy is in the pits, and so he's going for the undercut around here. Now the question is then, there is a gap between KD and Kaz of about 13 seconds. I think he would like to get out then, and the Alpine mechanics are in the pits then for some reason. I think they're probably just enjoying the race. As the that's a good stop there from the Alpine driver then. But Troy, and he comes out of the pits out, and that's exactly where he's going to slot into. Kaz is a bit too far back, so this is perfect there for Troy. He's in a gap. Alpha Tauri in a gap, and they have now then just put himself into a gap, and now he's going to push as hard as he can, then go for the undercut between himself, Gamer, and Green, and accelerated out now. Accelerating out then, and Troy then is going to really fire up now. And then, of course, he is the championship leader at the moment. He needs to gain these points. The gap is 27-ish in the championship. I can't remember because I haven't got the spreadsheet in front of me. Coming out of the pits now is our favourite Canadian resident. It is Kaz, just coming out of the pit lane now. As he's his first at Gold race. Hasn't been much to write home about, unfortunately, for Kaz at the moment, but he is still in the race, which is better than nothing at all, I would say, is it? Gamer working well for Aston Martin. Equals saying that we got Prime saying everyone will need to pit unless they want to run on the rims. And Serious Russia only one with penalties too. Then something I'm not familiar with. Jacob does this leave? We got 3 spots then. Yes, if you go to that link then, what Serious Russia has done then, virtual high five to you, Serious Russia. Lovely stuff indeed. Yes, so just sign up to ALR there, Jacob, and of course, and then we'll welcome you with open arms, I'm sure. And there we do have we probably only have reserve spots at the moment. It's into the pits. Let me finish. So there's only reserve spots at the moment, but I think that's it. But we do have, there's a lot of opportunity for reserves then. Anyway, enough about the plug, Sean. Get on with the race. Into the pits now comes the Aston Martin on the medium tyres. Green is also into the pits on the medium as well. Cooper's into the pits, and where is Troy? I hear you scream at your TV. There he is. I don't think that he's gone purple. There they are. Look left. There they are. And Drufus has passed Wesley, and the undercut is perfect for Troy. He has initiated the undercut. He has taken the positions. Now that is what Troy has done absolutely splendidly well. Troy is now in a de facto third position here in this race, and he did that beautifully with beautiful effect. Then he will have one lap longer on the medium tyres, but he has track position there, and that is crucial, I think, at this stage of proceedings there. Oh, and who's out? Drop fast is off of the Anderson Bridge there, and that's the second time in this race there, and he's damaged the car. I think he needs to come in anyway then, but I think they would like to have extended the stint a couple more laps there, but Drop fast has spun over the Anderson Bridge there, and Vesey is back up into a superb third position. He's only 13 seconds back from the race leaders here, and he doesn't have to pit again, I don't think. However, will he want to pit again is another matter. And Blaze, who's done the fast lap of the race, said that you'll get that bonus point from Southam Ferrari. Of course, you get fastest lap wherever you are. As long as you finish the race, you will get that fastest lap. And it's not just in the top 10. And hopefully it entices people to keep going when they're having a pretty nightmarish Grand Prix, which this one is probably can be something out of your worst the nightmares indeed then when it doesn't go well, does it? On board now with a Green Enno, who's of course behind Gamer. He's been, I think he very much draw that Aston Martin diffuser, but in this one, so Alhan has initiated to come to the pits as well. Siege has stayed out here. Alfa Romeo mechanics are ready and waiting in the pit lane. Those are the Williams mechanics. There they are in the black overalls. They come in now then, change it onto the medium tyres and for the final stint for Alhan here. Troy has set the fast up the race. He's absolutely flying out there now. And Troy, I think, has got KD just in front of him as well then. Where is Alhan going to come out then? So Alhan is out behind Green and Gamer then, but I think that's a great recovery for Alhan, isn't it? And into the pits comes Mumford as well. And so Mumford is not too far away from Droftas either. Lovely stuff indeed there, Mumford. As I said then, this has been his great, his best race result of his gold career so far, in my humble opinion. Droftas is out behind his teammate, then Mumford in 12th position there, Nolte in 13th, Markey 14th, Kaz in 15th, and Blaze in 16th position there. As the this is the close battle on track in between the Red Bull and the Aston Martin. Then we got Percy leads the way and Box down second position. None of those drivers have twitched at the moment there to come to the pits. And I'm wondering if Box down is thinking about going for the undercut. We've seen how well the undercut worked there for Troy, who's now all over the back of KD. Who KD will probably also be. I wonder if they're going to go to soft tyres. I don't think they can. Surely they can. The soft tyres can only last a couple of laps around here, I think. And soft tyres are an appalling race tyre. Into the pits does come Box out, so he has triggered the undercut. The gap was 2 seconds then. I think that the gap might be a bit too big for the undercut, but let's see then, because he's still got to fire up those medium tyres, hasn't he? Let's see how this one goes then, because I have been wrong before. I probably can be wrong. I will be wrong again. I have no doubts about that. So here comes Troy then, of course. I think that Troy, who's driving a superb race, and I think that is going to be he's going to be gleaming from ear to ear, I think, on that one. Box out of the pits down, and so that is how much time Troy has lost in this very difficult race. But now he is back up into 4th position. He ain't too far behind Box. I see. No, it just I said he spins the car, and all that hard work there for Troy is come undone, and he's lost those 2 positions. Troy has there. Goodness me, and he's going to be kicking himself. Troy, this is a 3-second penalty for Gamer. Oh, and he's going to lose that 4th position. Gamer is as well. If there's a late safety car, that is going to be brutal for Gamer. But Troy is going to be kicking himself with that one. Oh, is that an unforced error for Troy? He was pushing on, wasn't he? But oh, he's going to be devastated, isn't he, Troy? His drop has got a 3-second penalty. I know we've now got 4 drivers with penalties, haven't we, at the moment? Kaz still done a great job. Hurts me to say it. And Serious Russian said, of course, they have got yes, Kaz and Serious Russian do have a very much a love-hate relationship, don't they, in the world of ALR? We got Person. I think that he's going to react in, and he's going to come in the pits this lap. He had the high ground, didn't he? Of course, you know how well the high ground worked with Obi-Wan in Star Wars. Into the pits now comes Percy, who has drove a superb race there, struggling in qualifying. and just picked out of his back pocket, didn't he? Very much Hamilton-esque kind of Hamilton-esque kind of lap there at the end there. Kaz got a 3-second penalty, and of course now he's going to have to hunt down Vesey, because I think Vesey's going to stay out. He is stayed out at the moment, and now out of the pits comes Percy. Vesey takes the Grand Prix. Boxtel is just only coming out of the second to last last corner. There he is, then, and look at this. Percy has got almost the pit straight, and there is a Boxtel here, gone purple in the far sector, but Percy, there he is, just in front of us. That he did go. It wasn't that too far away, was it? Goodness me, he found almost a second. That's how impressive the undercut is in this race tonight. So Gamer has a 3-second penalty, which means as it stands, you drop down to 6 in the running order. Let's hope for Gamer's sake we don't have a final safety car either, because this is going to be a very very disappointing indeed. Then it's just now on board with Green and coming down at the back straight indeed. Then as Sarah's right saying, Jacob, do you guys have a Discord? Yes, we do, my good sir. The link should be in the description, I think. Then you would hopefully I think Farf may pull it up in just a minute. And yes, you throw the Discord, if you hopefully Farf will throw the Discord link up in just a jiffy, and then you can enter in that way. Be good stuff indeed then. And just on board then with can you send it in, Jacob is saying that. Yes, hopefully Farf will send it in just a jiffy then, whilst I am whilst having all kinds of fun in this race at the moment, as is Boxtel and Percy as they come. They're very close to the back of each other now, and on board then with the McLaren team. Then Percy is I'm wondering if Percy should have initiated the pit stop before Boxtel, because Boxtel's easily within the DRS now, isn't he? Just now coming into the final couple of corners. Yes, your gamer ID. Thank you, Sir Russia. Your gamer ID is just your PlayStation name, then, like mine's Ginger Age kind of thing, then, which a very silly name indeed. But I had it like over. I think I've had it for almost like 20 years now. Goodness me, show my age. Owen Green is through. He is past Gamer, moved himself up into fourth position. Now, has he got the pace then to get to now pull away from that Aston Martin? Is the question on my mind then. Now just accelerating the way then. You're on PC, are you, Jacob? I'm not sure if we're doing cross-play just yet, but if you throw as soon as that Discord's in, we do have Discord then. Now we're talking about oh my goodness me. Yeah, we do. We haven't got cross-play yet then, but whether that is going to be a thing or not, I do not know. Hopefully it can stabilize it, because that's been a bit dodgy, hasn't it? Over the years, hasn't it? Over this year, hasn't it? But hopefully I got that sorted for F1 2023, or maybe maybe at the end of the season potentially. I'm not too sure. Blaze has got a 5-second penalty for corner cutting and another 3-second penalty. So goodness me, he's found a place where he can corner cut that much. My gosh. So Troy is now all over the back of Gamer. So Green then, who's now into a fantastic fourth position then, and Blaze is out of the race then, unfortunately, and disappointment indeed then for Blaze. Blaze does have the fast lap, I think, then, but if no one else can beat that, then of course that point doesn't go out to it. Blaze a nightmare on his return here tonight then. Dropfast also in a bit of a difficult race as well, but as Percy set the fast out race, well there you go then, that's our dilemma gone. Percy set the fast out race and trying to extend his gap between himself and Boxtel back up there. Now, when was Percy's last Grand Prix win? I hear you ask, and of course he's had 2 Grand Prix wins this season. His last one, I think, was back at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix for Percy. So Percy would love to win a Grand Prix here tonight then. On board now then, that's unfortunate, but you seem like a chill lead. Keep going. Thank you very much, Jacob. I'm not chill at the moment now, I must say. I'm quite hot and sweaty. I'm a hot and sweaty mess then. But to be honest, if you just register anyway, and we'll see what the admins make of it and all that kind of stuff there. Because Nosy Farf, and Smithy, the decision makers behind all this madness, and might be thinking about doing the PC and that cross-play and all that kind of stuff. It's a shame that it's a bit dodgy, isn't it? Because I thought the PC would be very exciting to have as a part of the ALR. Gurney will be back next season to win it. Gurman is saying, and yes, if Gurman does win it, he'll be a 2-time world champion. And just having a look up the inside, Percy is said Percy knows that he needs to get past Vesely pronto here. He has the momentum and he's on the outside. Percy has done it, and you felt like that Percy needed to make that move quite quickly here, and he certainly has done that indeed. Then Vesely has got a 30 after, if he gets passed by Boxtel, albeit Boxtel is on the medium tyres, on the step softer tyre, and a very young set of tyres as well. I think that I don't think it's going to be too difficult there for Boxtel. It is not. Look at how much time that Percy has got over these two battling, and only in the final sector line. That's how much Vesely is struggling. The gap is 13 seconds then between Vesely and Green Gamer and Troye. But can Vesely limp to the end? And this will be his best result of his career so far, as we go down the back straight, which is anything but a straight. But Vesely now Vesely dropping down into third position now. Troye is 4/10 of a second back in line, and remember he got stopped behind these two before the pit stop and then did that incredible undercut. However, though, since then he had that spin, hasn't he? He's dropped down 2 positions. But I think that we got about 7-8 laps to go, or 6-7 laps to go in this race there, and Vesely's gap is about 12 seconds, but that's coming down hand over fist, isn't it? Goodness gracious me. And I'm wondering then if Vesely might be able to help his teammate. If they catch up, will Vesely play the AlphaTauri team game here and maybe maneuver himself to help Troye get past Gamer and Green here? Goodness me, that's going to get very interesting indeed. Alhan 5 seconds back in the moment, so Gamer will drop down to 6, but no more than that at the moment. Serious Russian, yeah, thank you, don't do me, by the way. I was just trying to help then. I will win it, Sean. That's a promise. New game, I'm up for it then. We may get drama late on. Serious Russian was saying that. Of course, can Gurman. It'll be good to see Gurman back in the winner's circle, wouldn't it? I do think that Gurman has shown flashes of brilliance as well this season, hasn't he? I think Canada was one of those flashes of brilliance, wasn't Troye, getting very close to the barrier there. But I like to see Troye. I like to see Gurman there go head to head with Boxtel, Percy, and Troye, to be honest. But of course, anything more the merrier. I say in the championship battle, more the merrier. As Troye then down in 6th position, moment, an uncharacteristic spin there for Troye down, which has dropped down into 6th at this moment in time. And look at this, and the gap is down to 10 seconds now between Vesely, Green and Gamer. I think that Vesely is going to be very much driving on eggshells at the end of this. Remember, he came to pits under the first safety car, and who is that? Was that someone spinning? No, wasn't it? It was Coop there, just getting very defensive on KD at one. KD does have a penalty, doesn't he, of course, earlier on this race. And can KD get his first point of his season so far? No, that's a no, because he spun the car. KD has there. I apologise. I think that's the commentator's curse. I'm going to leave him alone then and go back to this video then. So I think KD is going to be very unhappy with me now, isn't it? And as Mason never realised my name was Sean. And to be honest, I should have probably been born as Ginger Rage, but unfortunately, I don't think that's allowed in the court of law. But yeah, unfortunately, it's Sean there. I've been called a lot of things like Shaun the Sheep and Shaun the Dead and all that kind of great stuff. Really good. I think Shaun the Sheep is always stuck for some reason. Right, we've got, for some reason, people call me Shane as well. And I think it's because the supply teacher, when I was in secondary school, the supply teacher called me Shane for some reason. Or maybe I just look like a Shane. Or maybe that person was trying to say shame. Right, then, so shame on me. Troye, the gap is a dropped ass, is a drop back behind Coop then is. That's a Touring Haas, and dropped us. I think has damaged the car again. He has a difficult race here for dropped us. Mumford is on the brink of some points here tonight. He's drove a superlative race. Mumford has there, and really, really good stuff indeed there for Mumford. He is one of my drivers of the day. He's been superb, hasn't he? Mumford has dropped us, dropping down the order, and really, it's just underlined how difficult the day is. But I think the other driver of the day for me is definitely Vesely, of how he's, of course, the only driver on the medium tyres and has elevated himself right up into third position, doing a great job indeed then Vesely, but however, the gap is 8 seconds now. Lap 27 out of 31. Here's Troy. This is his best chance. He's gone on the outside here. He's going on the outside into turn 7 there. As Gamer gives it just about enough space there. Now he's on the inside. Oh, contact. Remember that Troy's. Remember, Gamer's teammate is Percy. Oh, and Gamer slamming the door shut on the toes there of Troy. And my goodness me, getting very. Who is that? That's someone clouting the barrier. I think that's Green. Oh no, Green has hit the barrier, and I think he's damaged the end plate on the Red Bull. And that is a nightmare for Green. And that is a reprieve, I think, for Vesely here. Oh my word there. And yeah, he's lost a lot of down. I'm wondering, he's going to have to hang on. I think there's no point in pitting now, is there? But he's going to be very slow. And look at that, he's really struggling now, Green is. And this is an opportunity there for Gamer, who's got a 3-second penalty. Can he get past? If he gets past, he can then try and stretch out a 3-second advantage here. And he is getting past now. There he is past. That's a lot of damage on Green's machine here. And now Troy is through as well. He's on the outside. And Green, who has drove a superlative race today, is going to be absolutely horrified by this. He's in the pits, and Green is. He has thrown away 4th position. Mumford's got a 3-second penalty, and that is going to really, on Mumford, who was on the cusp of points then, and that is going to be painful indeed then. So Green is going to go onto the soft tyre, I would assume. And where is he going to drop down to? I think he's going to be. He's got a snip of points then, hasn't he? But I do feel that. Oh, what could have been there? And he's hopefully he's gone there. He's gone now. And he's going to be behind his teammate, but he's going to be in front of Droft Asset. So Green will be going for fastest lap and maybe able to get a few points here or there, but he's going to be absolutely devastated by that, isn't he there? So just watching Troy now. Lap 28 out of 31 here has been a very long road race as well as there. And I must say that I've made a very rookie error, is I should have gone to the facilities before starting this broadcast, because I've been bursting since lap 20. So it's been a bit of a long road race for me, but there we go. Right, so we're now down into Old Anderson Bridge there. Percy leads by 2 seconds there from Boxer. This will be Percy's first race win since Azerbaijan, if he can survive the next 4 laps then. Wesley, driver of the day for me so far, in 3rd position. Gamer 4th. Troy in 5th position. 6th is Alhan. 7th is 7th is Siege, and 8th position is Coop. 9th is Mumford. 10th position is KD. Green down in 11th position. Absolutely devastating for Green then, because he should have he should have been well up there, really, shouldn't he? But that is very disappointing indeed then. Just watching Troy still, who is very, very close to the button, and just sticking with KD as well, who had a spin just a few minutes ago as well. But hopefully he get himself back up there. Hopefully he can get himself back into the top 10 for KD. Now remember, KD has not got any points just yet, has he, in his championship campaign here in Golf then, but he is very much on the very much on the ascendancy here at the moment, isn't he? Is KD, and he's all over the back of Mumford at the moment, going across the line now then. Oh, and Katie's having a look up the inside, and Mumford has to take a very wide berth there. Oh my goodness gracious me then. And Kaz has just got past Nosey, who's come into the pits as well. Good heavens above there. Oh my word there, that was getting very, very interesting indeed, wasn't it? But somehow Mumford just hangs on then. And the driver of the day pole is now out then. Oh no, it isn't, because I've just put it in again. Goodness me, let me end the poll. Oh gosh. Right, there you go. I didn't realise Farfus doing that. Right, apologies profusely there, but Farfus might have to put the poll up again, boy sir. Right, as we're just coming down into the final couple of laps here in this race. So I think I've cancelled Farf. I apologise. I didn't realise you was putting the poll up. Right, Percy leads there by almost a second and a half from Boxside second. Vesey in 3rd position. Gamer 4th. 5th position is Troy. 6th is Alhan. No, is this Alhan's highest finish position? No, Alhan has won a race, to be honest. Alhan won the United States Grand Prix back in season 5. Of course, when one of my favourite races of all time in ALR. I love that race. It was when I cancelled fast pole position pole, so he's going to be very unhappy with me. I didn't realise he's putting it up there, so I'm hoping he's going to put it in again in a minute. Otherwise, I'll just put one up in just a second. Then Troy all over the back now of Troy all over the back now of Gamer, and you can see then that he is very he's in front of Gamer already here. Is Troy, because of course he's added a 3-second penalty, lap 30 out of 31 here. This season, I'll get my old stat book out in a minute. KD still be on Mumford at the moment, but Sam Green is hunting them down then. So Mumford and KD are battling for the first. Thank you very much, Mark. Battling for the first for the final point of this race, and drop fast to set the fast side race. We've also got a battle for the final fast lap point of the season as well. I was sorting the house out. Vesey gets my vote, far for saying good. Vesey gets my vote as well, to be honest. But of course, do I vote? Yes, I do. I'm not sure if I should or not, but I do. I do vote for it as well. But I think that Vesey does get 75% of the vote so far. Coop does get 25% of the vote. As we're on to the final tour of Singapore here. And what an incredible race it's been for Percy. I'm going to be honest, Percy needed this performance. He has very much stepped up and got that performance there. And unfortunately, Mumford in the final stage of the Grand Prix has dropped down into 11th position. Sam is now up into 9th there. Of course, that includes the penalty. And Troy's going to has moved himself back into 4th as well, because of course Gamer has a 5-second penalty. He does need a 3-second penalty, so he'll drop down to 5th position. A yellow flag. So what is occurring here then? As just watching as Markey, who is at the moment Percy, he's not going to be too fun with Markey there, is he? But as you can see, there he is. Percy has navigated his way past Markey now. And this is going to be his 3rd race win of the season. This is going to be his 3rd race win of the season. It's probably his most important race win of the season as well, because he is fought against Boxtel and he has won against Boxtel. And with Troy on the back foot and only getting 12 points tonight, then this could be a change of the guard in the ALR Gold then. No, in terms of the championship scrap then. But out of the final turn then, Percy is going to win the Singapore Grand Prix. And this is a crucial win in the championship. Boxtel gets 2nd today. What an incredible battle between the two championship protagonists there. Magnificent 70. One of the Ferraris is spun in the final corner of Kaz. Markey and dropped ass Kaz and Nausea lap down. Mumford is about 6 seconds off a point. What a shame there for Mumford, who drove a superlative Grand Prix. Really well done indeed then for Mumford, but unfortunately, he didn't get any points either. But he deserved to, didn't he? In this race, he was absolutely supreme stuff indeed there. He was absolutely supreme indeed then for. Oops, who was that? Excuse me. Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed then. What a great race indeed then. I thoroughly think that was a brilliant race, wasn't it? And there is going to be some very disappointed drivers there. I think Green's going to be disappointed because he should have got 4th position in this one. But it is Percy's day here in Singapore, his 3rd race win of the season. And actually, as I mentioned, that's his 1st race since Azerbaijan as well, which I cannot believe then. But can he use that momentum to get himself back into this one there? Carl saying, oh, that was fun, then this will make it interesting. And thanks for the fun, Carl saying. And German says, I love it then. Of course, keep your comments coming in then for driver of the day. Of course, at the moment, Vesey 64% of the vote. Alhan on 90 and 18% for Coop as well. Vesey drove a superb race today. Of course, he was the only driver that started on the medium tyre. And then going into that safety car really puts him in prime position, didn't it? What a superb stuff from Vesey. That's his best result of his season then. And that is really going to elevate his points charge right. Might get into the top 10 for that there for Vesey, who's had a very trying season in that Alpha Tauri then. Coop saying, points again, vamos! It's going to be one hell of a run to the finish now. It really is indeed then. And goodness me, whoever's riding Percy off, rides it off at your own peril there, as he seemed to place himself back into the championship hunt. But he's still got some work to do. Let's take a final look from the classification, shall we, from the Singapore Grand Prix. Percy won his third race win of the season here in Singapore. Brilliant 17. 8/10 of a second away from Boxtel in second. Third position, Vesey, driver of the day from 17th to third. A great strategy. The only driver to start on the medium tyres. Fourth position was Troy. Then Troy had a very incident in turn 1 there. Issues in Q3, but did manage to finish fourth in the end then. Gamer in fifth position. Would have finished fourth without that 3-second penalty. Great drive from Alhan as well. And Siege, great stuff from both Alpha and Males there to go on that 2-stop strategy. Coop, brilliant drive to 8th as well. Green, gutted for Green X. He should have been 4th today. He finished 9th then. KD gets his first points as well of his season in 10th position. Mumford, best drive of the season so far in 11th. He likes that, Williams, I think. 12th position is Markey. 13th, Droftas. 14th, Kaz. Knowles in 15th. Retirements was Blaze, Rooter, Michael and Phelan, all out of the Singapore Grand Prix. And I think the Boxtel is join me in the commentary booth now. And Boxtel, that one of the most brutal races of the season, I think, and it's just an absolute relentless one indeed. Talk us about it from your point of view.
Well, it was a chaotic race, to be honest. Especially in my point of view. I mean, try to save your tires and try to drive it to the end, but my setup was just awful in the race. Qualifying was pretty decent, but my tires were just constantly overheating. I don't know why, but maybe because I'm running low downforce, but my tires were just every sector. So yeah, that was pretty sad. So I couldn't. But yeah, still. We gained some points on Troy A to gap in the championship. And yeah, GG's top 3, and yeah, hopefully we can settle again in the next.
Was that down to the conditions tonight in Singapore, where your setup was slightly wrong, or was that an error on your judgment then in terms of what went on in your setup today?
Yeah, I don't know. Practice, the setup was just fine in the race, but I was just constantly overheating, maybe because I'm behind someone, but yeah, I just didn't have the pace, and yeah. P2.
But on the bright side, the championship leader Troy had a bit of a nightmare with Q3 going a bit peak tongue, and then of course he got spun on turn 1 there. So do you think though that the momentum is now back with yourself in Percy?
Well. Moments when Troy is not getting a lot of points, so yeah, I'm just driving really careful, just thinking about the championship, not thinking every race that I want to win now, and yeah, in the end try to go for the championship.
So I think, apologies, because I think I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast that there's a couple of drivers around you, like Blaze and some other drivers. It wasn't, and Roots, it wasn't a part of the championship battle. Was you wary about that, knowing that there was drivers that were just going for the win? Then was you concerned that they was going to make some wild lunges into you, and they was going to expect you to jump out the way?
Well, when I saw Blaze reserving for today, I know he's really fast from the past, so I was a bit careful, a bit scared that he would go win, but yeah, luckily he didn't have that much pace, but yeah, he's a driver, so yeah, scared me a little bit, but and I ran from.
And of course, we go to Japan next week. Then, how are you feeling about that one now? Of course, yeah, I think that this was the toughest race of the season, Singapore. But Japan is no walk in the park, is it?
No, it's a really difficult circuit. But yeah, also it's a nice circuit to drive, especially in qualifying. Nice overtaking place. So yeah, looking forward to it.
And we cannot wait to see you there. Well done indeed today, Box. That was superb driving indeed. Vesey, brilliant drive to third today. I think this is your first time you've been on the podium this season. What a strategy that you've got with you. As the only driver to start on the medium tyre then. That was an absolute stroke of genius there from you, my good sir.
Yeah, it was also good, awesome comeback. Qualifying didn't go as planned, as I stayed on the wets too long, and when everyone went out behind us. They improved too much, so lost it without a Q1. And when I saw everyone in the race director going on the hards, I thought, might as well try something different. Go on the mediums. Got lucky with the safety car, lap 8. They pitted to the hards, and from there on, it was just keeping those tires alive. I knew Jordi and Lucas would be too fast. They were gaining like 2 seconds a lap on me, so I just didn't fight them too hard. It was all about managing the pace in third place, and luckily I made it to the podium.
And how difficult is it to manage the pace then? Because I assume that when you say manage the pace, you're not driving flat out then, are you?
No, not at all, because I also underfueled the car a bit, and the fuel at the end I had to manage the fuel a bit as well. So it was a bit of lift and coast in some corners and after the straights, but luckily I had a big enough gap behind.
And of course, how nervous were you when you seen that gap come down? I know that Percy and Boxtel was coming out at your right rate of knots, but then there is a gap of 13 seconds between yourself, Green, Gamer, and your teammate Troy. How nervous was you, like looking at that gap, or was you just trying to focus out that gap and just concentrate on yourself?
Yeah, it was a bit nervous at some points, but when I noticed like a few laps to go that Sam had damage and they lost a second again, then I knew okay that it should be all right to go to the end, because otherwise they would have probably been catching me on the last lap, and then maybe on DRS they could go for an overtake. But after Sam and they lost, I think it got wing damage or something, and Troje and Gamer were battling, and Gamer also had a penalty, which I saw. So yeah, after then I was like at the end, okay, just bring it home. And the gap, and I knew the gap would be big enough.
And going to your season overall, then this is your first podium of the season. I would say that it's been a bit of a trying season for yourself. Do you agree with that? And what do you make of your season overall? How are you happy, or are you disappointed with it so far?
It's on this game in general not been my best performances on this game. I liked it at the beginning, but not anymore. So I know. There are some tracks which I'm really looking forward to. Singapore is one of them, which I know I'm pretty much always good at. But in general, the season hasn't been that great, but some good comebacks from time to time. And qualifying isn't my strongest point, but the race pace certainly is alright. So yeah, overall happy to get a podium at least in the season.
And so am I for you. A brilliant drive today, and of course you definitely deserve that drive today as well. A supreme strategy core, and also how you managed to stay on those tires to the very end is beyond me. Brilliant 17 today, Besley. Magical. And then let's come to Percy then. This is your third Grand Prix win, Percy, of the season, and your first since Azerbaijan, I believe. And this was a crucial race win, I feel, in your book then, to try and keep yourself in that championship fight, because you're a bit of an outsider at the moment now.
Yeah, it was indeed. I mean, if you had have told me in qualifying I would have won the race, I would have said no, I wouldn't, because qualifying was, I don't know what was wrong. I think something to do with the setup. But yeah, the race pace was absolutely insane. I mean, obviously when you've got Jordi behind, you have to do something magical to stay in front. But yeah, the race pace was just amazing.
Yeah, because you mentioned in qualifying that you didn't know where your pace had gone as well, and you pulled out an absolutely outstanding lap towards the end there, which got you P3 on the grid, which I think was kind of a catalyst of how this race went for you. So talk us about that lap in qualifying first before we get onto the race itself.
Yeah, to be honest, the lap didn't feel as good as it felt in Q2, but obviously the track Evo makes it quicker. But yeah, for some reason, just in qualifying in general, the pace, the last couple of races, it's not been there. I think it's just maybe me, the nerves getting to me, because obviously I've got to try and step up my game now, because I've lost a couple, I've lost quite a few points to the two in front. But today, I just don't know. The pace in qualifying wasn't there, but obviously in the race it wasn't. It was just nice to finally have a race where I don't get damage on lap one or later on in the race.
Yeah, and then of course, in the race itself, you seem to be in a different world of your own there, where you was just pumping in laps after laps. You and Boxtel, and of course, I think Wouter at the beginning of the race there was about 7-8 seconds in front of the rest of the field. And you three were in a league of your own. Then, what was that? What was that about today? Then was that just you three just elevating yourself into like a different universe?
I think it was. Yeah, I think all three of us just used our battery. You know, at Singapore, sometimes it can get a bit hectic, and me and Boxer, I think we knew. Well, I hope Boxer knew. Wouter was just way faster than us, and as soon as Boxer dropped out the DRS, we sort of dropped back a bit. But at the start, yeah, we were just flying.
And of course, Reuter did come in the pits then under that safety car, which I think me and a couple of the commenters mentioned that was a mistake then, because track position is king around here. You wasn't you wasn't thinking about going to the pits, was you?
Nah, not at all. I know, as you just said, track position is key here, and even if I think Reuter did he get damaged or what happened? I'm not sure, but even if he didn't get damaged, I don't think he would have caught back up, because obviously me and Boxer had already pulled out a 5-second gap to the drivers behind, and overtaking around this track is very hard.
It was indeed, and unfortunately he got tripped over by quite a few drivers, unfortunately. But thank you very much, Percy. Thank you to Boxdown. Thank you to Vesey as well. Brilliant drive today from all three of those drivers. Hats off to Vesey for getting driver of the day as well. And fast as that goes to Droftas. Magnificent stuff. Great return there from Droftas, which could have been a lot better, but he did have a bit of a bumpy ride towards the end there. Right, that is going to be it then. And thank you very much, Serious Mushroom. Yes, it is break week next week, so the ALR Gold then will not be here next week, but we'll be back a week after that then for the Japanese Grand Prix, the land of the rising sun there, which I'm looking forward to very much. Tomorrow night though, we will be back there for the silver version of Singapore. I am expecting a downpour. We had a bit of a downpour in qualifying tonight. Tuesday night is bronze, and then 100% is on Wednesday. But from here in Singapore, from Gold then, happy Easter. We'll see you then. Goodbye.